all day like, all night like, all fish like, big fish like, Lord White like, Lord of Beast like, and it's down like, and it's down like, and it's down like, all day, all day. Let's see. Let's see.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the 2019 Football Canada Under-16 Western Host Organizing Committee, we'd like to welcome visitors to the city of Kamloops. We appreciate the dedication and hard work of each of the athletes here representing their provinces and hope that the spirit of competition and sportsmanship is evident each time you take the field. We would like to call on Deputy Mayor Arjun Singh, who shortly will be doing the ceremonial kickoff. At this time, we'd like to welcome Deputy Mayor Arjun Singh, Team Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, and BC representatives, and representing Football Canada, Contact Committee Chair Bob Moranowicz. The Football Canada Western Challenge was developed in 2017 as the start of the pathway to the Under-18 Football Canada Cup and National Junior Team. The Under-16 format supports the long-term athlete development model as well as the growth and player development within each province. Tonight, our provincial team representatives will be entering the stadium. From British Columbia, number 60, Grayson Peters.
How are you? Beautiful day. Look at
For 92, Dylan York. For 28, Brody Nelson.
Yeah, I'm cheering.
Number 84, Carter Zumida. Deputy Mayor Arjun Singh would like to say a few words.
Thank you very much. I want to acknowledge our Scotland territory. Welcome all the players to our
City of Kamloops. Wonderful to have you with us. Congratulations on making your team. And we are really proud of Kamloops of the fact that we have these world-class facilities and we're really enjoying them. So, good luck. Enjoy the time in Kamloops and thanks for coming today. We appreciate it.
We would like to do the ceremonial kickoff.
Time for you to kick.
Am I kicking?
You're ready.
Mayor Arjun Singh on the north end of the field behind Team BC and kicking the ball.
Okay. Ready?
For okay, beautiful.
Okay.
We'd like the team captains from Team BC and Team Alberta to meet for the coin toss. There is a Honda CRV that is gray. It's got BC plates. 49Z or Z, AFC. You're going to get towed. Honda CRV gray, BC. 49Z or Z, AFC.
All right, BC, I'll get you guys back up a bit. All right, we're going to do this quick and easy just because we don't have time. My name's Garrett Roslick. I'll be the head referee for the game. Here's the rest of the crew.
Name's Tim. I'm a deep side.
Name?
Don. Ed on the umpire. Nigel. Jackson. Stephen headlines. Mark. Side judge.
All right, guys, you're the captains. You're the leaders of the team. All right, expect you to lead by example and control your teams before we have to. Other than that, it's going to cost you 15 yards. Any questions on that? Who's your spokesperson? Who's your spokesperson? All right, since they're from Manitoba, we use a nice Winnipeg Blue Bomber coin here. CFL's the head of the league, so they're heads. Bombers of the team, they're tails. You guys are the lower rank. You guys call it in the air, please, okay?
Yeah. Tails.
Tails is the call. Here's the tails.
We'll defer.
You guys are going to defer.
Yes, sir.
Alberta defers. You guys want to kick, receive, or choose an end? You guys are going to choose an end. What end do you guys want to defend? You're going to stay there? You guys want to kick or receive?
Oh, receive.
You guys are going to receive? Awesome.
Sure.
BC will be kicking. All right, guys, let's have a good first half. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we've got you there. You're good. You don't have to say anything.
Please rise, remove your hats, and welcome Brianna Valancourt, who will sing the Canadian National Anthem.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Nightcap. John Keane along with Brian Olthius as we get set for our second semifinal of the day here in the Western Challenge. We have BC in a very familiar orange and black, and we have Team Alberta wearing their white jerseys with their blue. John Keane and Brian Olthius. And Brian, here we go, get set for our second semifinal. We saw Saskatchewan walk away with the first over Manitoba. What can we expect here in the second matchup?
Well, I'm a little bit, I don't know where to put this bet, or not a bet, but a gamble in terms of where I'm going to say who's going to win. But I do think that, I mean, we're from Kamloops, so I want to say that that BC would be the favorite. But I'll tell you, these guys won't be far behind them in terms of being right up there with us at the end of the game. So we'll see what happens.
I'd like to welcome everybody tuned in here online to our web stream, our webcast here. Maybe perhaps, I tell you, I'm not sure if any Alberta family could be tuned in because they might be all here tonight in the stadium the way they had a big eruption when Alberta came onto the field complete with their noisemakers. We're getting set for the opening kickoff. BC will be kicking off to Alberta to get things going here. And we'll get it going here. So Alberta will receive and look into the sun here somewhat for this opening kickoff. Alberta with 2 deep and try to get organized so everybody can move up here. And we're going to get set for this kickoff. Kick is up, and the tee goes flying, and then it's going to be fielded here. And up the middle, trying to find some room and a run, and Alberta, a little bit of room here.
Flag.
Turn the corner is Isaiah Oliveros, and Oliveros is finally down, but
There's
good
a flag.
return. Yeah, you saw that flag.
Yeah.
And that means it's probably going back.
Unless it fell out of someone's pocket, I don't know. No, I really wonder.
It could have been the tee that you saw,
Oh,
because
that
remember
was
the
the
tee
tee.
went
Yeah.
flying on the opening kickoff, but Oliveros was able to get just across that center field stripe before he was taken out of bounds by Ziad Sabri out of Centennial and Port Moody. So Alberta, good field position here to begin this opening possession. And running the first series will be quarterback St. Mackenzie. St. Mackenzie out of Calgary, and he will take the shotgun and hand off right away up the middle, looking for a little bit of room, but a flag does fly as Duncan Critch from the Bonnyville Bandits took that first handoff. But like we saw in the first game, Brian, we begin with a flag, and this one likely coming back.
Yeah, we can't tell from up here where we were, but again, I don't know if the referees like to make a little point that, yes, that, hey, we're going to be calling these things or what. I did not see a hold, I'll have to say that. And
holding was the call against the Alberta side. So make it 1st and 20 now. For the Alberta squad here to begin. Team Alberta, it is quarterback St. Mackenzie here in the shotgun. 2 in the backfield, now just 1, and it will be a handoff. Again, up the middle, trying to fight for room, still on his feet, fighting forward, and a second straight carry for Duncan Critch. Bonnyville Bandits, he nearly gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It is a gain of 8, and it will be 2nd and 12 right now here for Alberta.
a tremendous bolt through that line and just is shaking up the BC team right now. They haven't seen running, I don't think, like this before. Two great runs in the first little burst, and they better be ready because Alberta looks to really carry this.
2nd and 12, early movement, jumping, but getting back on side, but the flag does fly. All right, so there was no doubt a neutral zone infraction there, and a little bit late on the flag, but I think good hard cadence, hard count there by
they broke the plane,
quarterbacks St. Mackenzie, and that'll make it a little bit shorter there for 2nd down.
Yeah, they come out. I'll tell you, I'm very, very impressed just with 2 plays. It sounds kind of funny, but right now it's just a firing off that ball. I'll tell you, they got a great burst.
So what was 2nd and 12 after the offside is now 2nd and 7 here as Alberta tries to get an initial first down here to start this game. Mackenzie, quarterback in the shotgun. Boy, everybody off to the right side now. Some motion. And Mackenzie will roll out to pass. He has an open receiver. He finds the receiver, trying to get first down yardage and more, and there is a whole lot more. Busting free, it's Dale Clendenin, and Clendenin down to the 1-yard line before a tackle here. And Clendenin able to bust through that hole. And Dale Clendenin out of Leduc almost ran all the way back to Leduc there on that first touch by him.
But the first motion of all the team is incredible. I haven't seen this before. There's action going left and then the ball going right, and it's just amazing. I'm very, very impressed with this. With the Alberta team now.
Touchdown saving tackle by Nick Reimer at a North Surrey Minor football, but it is 1st and goal, and you like that motion. We'll see Alberta looks like maybe they're a bit more polished offensively than what we saw in the first game.
Oh, definitely. I think this is very, very right now. We're watching a team that can really, really push that ball and get off the ball.
And if you're joining us in the webcast, you hear some noise up here. It is the Alberta coaches beside us here. So they were leading the cheers up here. That wasn't coming from any of the off-ice or off-field officials here up here. That was the Alberta crew that was getting pretty excited. And why not after that long pass and catch there for Clendenin. And now we have some – well, the officials are going to come together here on the near side of the field. That's why we have a bit of a delay here. Is there something wrong with the sticks here, perhaps?
Did they break or something? Yeah, I don't know if the chain didn't work, but yeah, it's explosion. These were two great bursts from the very start, and we'll just have to see what happens, or what if it can continue, of course.
Alberta on the very first possession here. We're playing 12-minute quarters, so we've only ticked off a couple 2.5 minutes here so far, and the referees, the umpire, referee, and have come together here just by the goal line, and they're talking things over. Exactly what the situation is here. You can't challenge anything here. I'm not sure.
No, I wonder what it seems very, very strange what's happening here at this moment. Two officials are in the middle.
One official has a flag in his hand. You can see as he walks into the middle of the field here to join the discussion. And what we're expecting is a first and goal from about the 1 yard line. But you know what? Now.
Oh, this is the president of Football Canada. She's going out onto the field and explaining something.
All right. So an untimely delay here on this first possession of the field. I'm not too sure what this is about exactly here. Tough to speculate. It could be absolutely anything here at this point. Alberta coaches kind of threw their arms up there. They don't know what it's about here. So, but obviously, official from the outfit running this week-long event here, and now objectionable conduct being called against Team BC.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what exactly happened to bring on the objectionable conduct call, but it will move the ball as close to the goal line as you can without it being a touchdown. So they'll do it from the 1 yard line. And Alberta will try to strike here. It is their quarterback, St. McKenzie, trying to be a Saint, plunging forward, and no signal yet. I don't think Alberta gets in here, as that was a quarterback keeper all the way from St. McKenzie, and not enough to break the play. It'll be second and goal.
No, hey, their first two plays were just incredible in this last one.
You know what? There was no play, apparently. There was no play on that. The clock didn't move.
I wondered what was happening.
Whistled in and ready to go. Now the clock is moving and we could play here. So now I wonder if they call the same play or not here.
Yes, they will, I guess. Yeah, he's right behind them there again.
McKenzie in, and he will push forward. And does he have enough this time?
They didn't make it.
No, touchdown is the call.
Oh, they did.
Touchdown from the far official, just getting across. BC defensive line reacting like he did not get in.
That was a good stand, at least, for what we've seen in the first two plays.
Just moving forward, kept his legs going, and there was a tackle attempt in the mix there. It looked like a good tackle by Aiden Domino, but the dominoes did not fall in the direction for BC, and it'll be a touchdown, and now a convert attempt as Alberta strikes on their very first possession. Cole Windsor for the extra point, and nearly blocked, but he gets it up and through, so Cole Windsor has added the single. So that's a start you want. Remember, back in this first series here for Alberta, they were pinned, 2nd and 12? And they were able to get the offside and get it more approachable, 2nd and 7, and something that they could get for the first down. They get it and more, and they turn it into a touchdown, and they take the early 7-0 lead.
Yeah, right now you just got to say, holy, when is BC going to wake up, or are they just undermanned by some strange reason?
Well, when the captains came out, we had a good look at Adam Ugak out of the Edmonton Chargers. Remember, this is an under-16 team. Adam Ugak on our roster checks in at 6'2", 270. A run stopper, if you will, on the D-line for the Alberta side. So we'll see a little bit of Adam Ugak here coming up out of the Edmonton Chargers.
Yes, we're looking forward to that one.
I wonder if Adam Ugak already has some Canada West teams talking to him at that size already. Hey, I'm assuming they would. All right, here we go. And BC on the return here. And trying to find some room, and finding some room now, kicking it outside before the tackle comes down. And a decent little bit of running there by Team BC's Gavin Whittingham out of the Terry Fox Ravens in Maple Ridge. He waits for his blockers to set up here. You can see Whittingham now finding that little bit of a handle before he is wrestled down to the field. and it will be 1st and 10 BC.
Yeah, I was expecting, honestly, them to take the ball right away and try to run, but he did go to sideline to another sideline or close to it, and he performed admirably, I would say.
So they'll start on the 40. Team BC will begin here. And a couple of quarterbacks here, a couple of options, and we'll see who they decide to go with here to start. Is that Riker Pearson? It's not. And the handoff right away, Caleb Sens. Caleb Sens on the left side here up the middle. Fumble, ball is loose, it's out. Who's on it? Pile up at the 50-yard line. Did BC get back on that football? A reaction, I think they did. But Caleb Sens looked to have good yardage, and then he fumbled the football. It's enough for nearly a first down, call it 9.5.
Oh, I see the punch now, yes, on the replay here, and they've punched it out pretty easily. He's got to tuck that in a little tighter, of course, for them to continue on this drive.
Couple of players there around in the mix there trying to jump on that loose ball. You can see it punched free. It looked like it was Jack Klassen out of the Calgary Colts who was able to punch that free. All right, so it is 2nd and about a yard, but we have a stop here. Officials come on here to try to make sure the ball is lined up. Yeah, they have the ball about half yard ahead of where it should be spotted, so they get that corrected. And they will get now 2nd and short. Team BC's first possession, try to match that touchdown put up by Alberta on the opening drive. The quarterback in the shotgun, and he will hand off. A little bit of room here. It is Reggie Ellie. Ellie up the left side. Good burst of speed, and Ellie's all the way to the 45-yard line. Oh, boy, Reggie Ellie's got some jets. He's got some extra gear there as he rushes for the first down.
Tremendous burst again. I like using that word because he was looking for a little bit of a hole, and obviously he found it, and then he just surged right through it and had a good pickup of 15-plus yards.
I wonder if that was a bit of an option play there for quarterback Jovan Sanga to try to maybe take off. He looks like he could be an athletic quarterback.
Well, I think that's coming out of this one. You'll see that the halfback ride, and then maybe the quarterback come on this side.
It's Jovan Sanga at a Centennial in Coquitlam, and he will hand it off again. And they'll try the right side. And again, it is Reggie Ellie. Ellie on the right side, turns the corner, trying to get inside the 25, steps out of bounds. Good little run. He's high-stepping on the sidelines. He's liking his early touches here. Reggie Ellie out of Lord Tweedsmuir in Surrey with a couple of good runs.
Just first looks for me, this is that Alberta has BC has that nice sprint type runners, and we're going outside, and Alberta looks they're big inside, but I don't think they're as mobile, and so maybe they knew that or whatever, but they're finding success. We can see that.
Tell you, we could be in for a bit of a shootout today here, this second game. Both these teams look to have some weapons on offense. BC against Alberta. All right, Sanga to pass this time. Complete on the left sideline, trying to fight forward, now running backwards and eventually tackled at the 25-yard line. And a pile up there. A couple of Alberta players in on the tackle. And the replay here will show Sanga just airing it out there. Caught. And a little bit of room here before Jacob Groves out of Windsor High School, North Vancouver, is tackled. And it's going to be, well, he got back to the line of scrimmage. Not quite.
No, this is the first time that BC, anyways, was coming to the left, and they didn't have as much blocking. It didn't look like.
All right, quarterback now in motion, and it'll be handed off here. Trying to sweep, flag down, fighting forward toward the first down marker, and wrestling hard, fighting forward. Again, it's a carry to Caleb Sens. But this might be coming back, judging to where that flag was.
He called the holding, yeah.
There it is, a holding call. So all the work from Sens will sends them backwards here.
You got her. It's
another 10 yards, obviously, so it'll be 1st and 20.
It'll be a tough chore here. They love to run on their first down, and so I don't know if they're going to try to do that again, but they're still finding that room on the outside quite easily to run.
Ball spotted just at the tip of the football on the 35-yard line of Alberta.
Alberta's got some stout guys in the front line, but I don't know if they're as mobile as the running backs of BC.
All right, so it's 1st and 20. And Sanga to pass. He will find a receiver caught into the middle of the field, fighting forward. Might get 5 yards or so there, but a good catch and run play.
Oh, I thought the throw was very good. as well. It was a nicely run play.
Evan Fitchett out of the Kelowna Owls, KSS Owls, with that catch. Give him maybe 6 yards there. Brings up third down, 3rd and 13, so decision time here. It would be about a 36-yard field goal attempt, but the offense will stay on the field, and it will be quarterback Jovan Sanga out of Centennial and Coquitlam here in the shotgun. 3rd and long. He will air it out over the middle. Has a receiver. Caught.
He's got it.
Touchdown.
He's got it.
Gavin Whittingham. Great play, great catch, great throw, and BC answers right back. 3rd and 13. Gavin Whittingham. And the BC folks here below us are getting pretty excited, and why not? That was one of the nicest plays we've seen so far today.
Yeah, you got it. I was very impressed with their drive, too, and the throwing and the confidence of these young little players here. It's they're not all so young. I mean, I guess they're in their 13, 14 years, but yes, a very, very nice whole series of plays and mix them up, run, pass. Very well done.
All right, so here for the convert now. Trying to tie this game up. Kick is up, and it is good. Cameron Neal with the boot, normally a receiver out of the North Langley Bears, is able to convert. And we got a tie game, so both teams have gone out of the gates and have scored on their opening possessions. Yeah. Brian, so as mentioned, I think we've seen two very capable offensive sides of the football here so far.
Oh, excellent, I thought. I think they're beyond the first two games, tell you the truth, but again, we have to see. The other games were not as explosive as this until quite late in the game, and I'm very impressed with both teams. I just thought that their fire out of the gun and confidence running offense, but the defenses, I guess, the defensive coaches must be saying, hey, we have to store up here, guys, and close our next series.
So we'll kick it off here again. Both teams have had the ball once, and as you can see, we've ran off about 7 minutes to play so far.
6, 8.
And BC will now kick off. Remember, good field position to start the game in that initial return. We saw the big pass and catch there, Dale Clendenin, and now the kick is up. It'll be a line drive kick, booted, look out, bobbled. Clendenin's going to try to get on it. He will be tackled right away. Dangerous play. Clendenin, though, moving that pile still, and he'll get across the 40-yard line, and Clendenin's showing his worth on special teams after that big play to set up Alberta's opening touchdown.
Yeah, that's our second look at him, Clendenin, and he's a stout little player. Little, I won't say little. He's large in the leg area and tough little runner, or tough tackler, etc.
Dale Clendenin, Leduc Ticats, 5'8", 185 pounds, coming into this one here.
Oil country.
Yeah, there you go. And it will be first down for Alberta here, trying to grease a couple of first downs together here. Quarterback in under center, that is against St. Mackenzie, and Mackenzie will hand off. It is the back up the middle, fighting forward. And is that Clendenin again? Let's see. No, not this time. That's Duncan Critch at the running back out of Bonnyville, and he will get about 4 yards.
You know, it was a good, the offenses just seem to be clicking here. It's just a gain of 3 yards, I see, but I thought it was a little bit more. But they're quick off of the mark, and it's exciting to watch.
Spotted back, only a gain of about 3.5 yards, so it will be second and long here for Alberta in offense here in a tie game. Clock moving here first quarter. Beautiful Kamloops, BC for the second semifinal matchup here of the Western Challenge. All right, quarterback will hand off. Again, it's the back, Critch again, Duncan Critch. Didn't get enough for that first down. Might be a yard or two short.
Yeah, I think a yard, and yeah, you're right, yard and a half or so, but they'll run. I think they'll gamble on this, pretty sure. No, they look like they're going to come out with their kick team.
Gregor McKenzie in on the tackle. Cowichan Bulldogs here, so representing the island. Gregor McKenzie helped finish off that tackle, and yeah, a little bit surprised to see a punt in this scenario. But
oh yes, definitely.
You know where what territory we're in, right? I don't think do you really want to break out your fake punt on the second possession of your first game?
He's way too deep there, returner, way too deep. That ball's Yeah, I'll say
Well,
it. Say
for
it
those
again.
that can't see it, returner's
wanted-
back at the 20-yard line.
They
And
wanted to get the.
he will punt it.
See, it's going to bounce.
It'll
Holy
bounce.
crow.
and
Good
it's
catch
fielded
there.
at the 25-yard line, right up the middle, looking for a bit of room. Hard tackle just inside the 40-yard line, called the 38 here. And the return on that one coming from Brandon Wong out of Port Coquitlam and Centennial High School. And now BC has the advantage with the ball in this tie game in this first quarter.
I'm still saying I don't. I would have ran that ball one more time. They got a good, solid lineman in the front. I don't know why they wouldn't take a little chance.
Yeah, you know,
yard and a half.
the punter's got to showcase his talents now and then too, right? It
that's
is basically
true.
an all-star
That's true.
edition, and punter gets a chance to get in, get the leg into one and bounce one in there.
Yeah,
All right, so BC will scrimmage here. 1st and 10, quarterback Jovan Sanga. He's in the shotgun, motion, and now back to pass. Has good protection. Will air it up right side. Has a man. Battle for the football. It'll fall incomplete. Looking for the flag was Jacob Groves, but I just think that was defended really well by Alberta. You're throwing in a double coverage. It's going to be tough to make that catch.
Exactly. I was going to say the same thing. But the quarterback has got so much poise back there. He takes that ball and he can rip it about. I hate to say it, but I think both of these teams are bigger than what we saw from the first two. But I could be wrong.
That was Josh Dodds and both Beck Robinson in on coverage there, able to break that up. That brings up 2nd and 10. Clock running here. Quarterback, Jovan Sanga, flag right away.
Yeah,
And,
he was offside on before he crossed the line, and so they.
Well, they're going to procedure
I don't think
this.
it was.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
procedure he called.
Procedure,
Okay.
yeah, procedure's the call. They'll back it up 5 yards. Usually if it's offside, Brian, we'll see them at least get a free play out of it. We won't see it blown down right away, but
No.
we're going to see BC move back 5, so call it 2nd and 15 as they spot the ball at about the 33-yard line. So after 2 quick touchdowns, one each side, defense is trying to hold in the second possessions here.
I was really respected the referee in the far side. I'll talk to that later.
All right, quarterback, Sanga to pass. He will air it out. Has a receiver caught at the 40. Fighting forward, 43, 45. Crosses the 45-yard line. Near a first down here, at least enough to give a decision. And on the catch there, Gavin Whittingham again. He's been a go-to guy. He had that long touchdown reception there. Takes the pass. He knows where that first down marker is, and he'll get real close.
Oh, it's mighty, mighty close. It's right. You're going to have to measure, I think.
Looks like about a yard or so right in front of us here. There's our BC fans here enjoying this one. They had to travel the least amount of the provinces to come to Kamloops here. And it really is a Team BC from all parts of the province, including the interior, of course, the lower mainland. We've already talked about player from the island, Souk, Victoria, Burnaby, everywhere here. And as they try to gamble here, whistles before the play gets underway. And it's usually going to be a procedure-type call. And time count violation is what we're going to come up here. So I hate to be in a 3rd and 1 and get into a time count scenario and be at 3rd and 6 here in this one.
Oh, decision making right now. What are they going to do? Oh, I got to see what kind of a gambler. They're
punt
not
for
a
punt.
gambler.
There it comes out. The special teams punt unit will come out for BC. So we'll get a first look at BC's punt team in here. And it looks like it'll be Riker Pearson, I believe, handling the punting duties. We'll also likely see Riker at the quarterback spot here at some point in this game here today.
They're giving him lots of respect as well. Wow, that's about a 40-yard punt just about.
So Riker Pearson will take a good snap, and he will get away. A low kick, driving kick that'll bounce at the 35. Hopped and now fielded at the 30-yard line. Going backwards, trying to turn around. No room. Dancing around, still on his feet. But Josh Dodds will go down, the Edmonton Mustang, back there to field the punt. And he goes backwards. Call it a return of negative yards. And Alberta will go back to work.
I just thought that was a tremendous play by both the runner and the defenders. He came back and he bounced, of course, the ball, and on his way back, he took a few steps and tried to get up on him, but of course it was a little bit too tough to to get rid of the BC defender.
Winding down the first quarter here. Alberta goes to work on their third possession. Quarterback St. Mackenzie, his third series in motion, and now back to pass. He'll air it out toward the sidelines. It's caught near the 35, fighting forward. And that's Michael Eaglebear out of the Calgary Bulldogs. He'll make the catch, and they'll say first down yardage for Eaglebear, and Alberta moves the chains.
Oh, I'd say it was a great thing, Michael. Great stretch to get that first down, even though I guess they would have gambled probably even then with the first and whatever, just as tight. But good effort out of a receiver.
BC down there to try to limit the game, but not before Eaglebear picks up first down yardage. So likely the last play here of the first quarter, barring a penalty. And quarterback St. Mackenzie, their Calgary Stampeders quarterback here, and he will clap and get the call now. But they blow it down right away. It looked like there was some motion going on. Oh, they're going to get him on the time count violation. So on the final play of the first quarter, we'll have to reset and do it again. Back 5 yards. Should have one more play here after the penalty.
They can't end on a penalty.
So now we're talking 1st and 15 in a great ball game here so far.
It's excellent football. Again, I'm saying compared to the other two, we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. But
that was an earlier semifinal that Brian's referring to. Maybe you didn't tune in for that one, but we had Saskatchewan dominating Manitoba in that first game. All right, quarterback back to pass. Pressure coming now. Pumps now, takes it down. He's going to be tackled and sacked behind the line of scrimmage. Big sack there on the quarterback. St. Mackenzie had nowhere to go, and that'll end the first quarter here. And we'll get a look at that one here in a second, but the Saskatchewan defensive lineman trying to get a number on that sack, and that'll do it here for the first quarter. A 7-7 game between BC and Alberta, and exactly where we thought we would be as the teams change sides following the first 12 minutes.
Yeah, I thought it was an excellent half, or quarter, I should say, and obviously the score shows it as well. And still, I'm a little bit surprised that BC is so close. Just for some reason, I didn't think that they would be this complete of a team, but they get some good athletes. There's a few out there, or more than a few, and Alberta is always strong. So I just knew they would be there. But holy, for BC to continue to keep close in this game, I think it's all to their advantage.
Quan Michaels had the sack out of North Surrey minor football, and that was a big defensive play. It brings up 2nd and about 20 yards here to go on this second down play for Alberta. Quarterback St. Mackenzie back to pass. His time over the middle. That'll be intercepted. Picked off and coming back the other way here at the 30. 25 finally brought down. Big interception by BC as team huddles around the player. Great interception there. That's going to be Pedro Cabanas out of Notre Dame in Burnaby. And Pedro is the one there to make the play. Brought that down right away. As you can see here, Brian, he just reached up, made that great snag, and was able to protect the football at the end of that run here to set up BC in first down.
It was perfect. He took it. He's not a very tall guy. And Notre Dame it is, eh? Well, we've heard that from high school football and many years. And here they are, right at the 25-yard line.
All right, well, a vote for Pedro here on that interception.
For sure.
And it'll be first down for BC. On the football now. It is quarterback Jovan Sanga. Back to pass. Airs it out. Another big throw to the middle. Broke it up. Sanga not afraid to throw it downfield. And coming up emphatically was Josh Dodds. He had help of his teammates, but doing the individual celebration. But, boy, Sanga really able to air it out here. Pressure coming. And in coverage. And it looked like more of a drop pass there, perhaps, from Gavin Whittingham. But, of course, you have young Josh Dodds coming up like he made the play. But I think that was just a drop pass.
Yeah, a little bit short in the pass, too. It had to be deeper. That was dangerous for for BC.
2nd and 10. BC movement at the line of scrimmage. The give is to the back. It's Reggie Ellie. Ellie looking for room. Following his blockers. He'll fight forward. He will be close to that first down. He might be a touch short, but Reggie Ellie following the blockers just like they teach you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just beaming over that. It was a beautiful. He could run maybe a little bit lower, but beautiful. Just not hanging on, but he got his hand on his partner's jersey. So
Diego Consalves was the one leading the charge there. Terry Fox, Ravens offensive lineman. Or that was Grayson Peters, perhaps. South Cam secondary. Grayson Peters wearing number 60 here this evening. He's your only Kamloops hometown player in this game here tonight for South Cam.
Tremendous play.
All right, 3rd and 1, and the run here, and lots of room. First down and more. Can he score to the 5, to the corner? Flag down. It is a touchdown, but we're going to see a flag here. And I think the touchdown run from Gavin Whittingham might be coming back here. That flag flying at the 5-yard line. I know you don't like that one, do you?
Refs at that spot got to keep their gloves in their bloody.
It is a holding call. And
a holding call on the 2 when the guy's just there. No.
It was after yards were gained, so it is a first down. And now they'll spot the football here. Where are they going to spot it? Looks to be about the 12, 13-yard line here. So the run doesn't go for naught because it is still the first down for Gavin Whittingham, who already has a touchdown in this game. See, he finds the end zone but thinks he had scored. But obviously it will be 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line here. BC trying to take their first lead of the game. Jovan Sang has not been afraid to air it out here. He's in the shotgun formation now. 2 receivers to his left. He looks that way. Receiver caught. It's Whittingham down to the 7-yard line. He'll get about 5, and it will be 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 it is, and I always think that this where you have a first down inside the 15 is the toughest first down that you have to get in all of the game, no matter what. If you have the end line just over the goal line, well, you only have 8 yards, but here it's grit, and we'll see what they do.
All right, so it brings up 2nd and about 5. Sanga, shotgun. 3 receivers to his left. Now Ellie comes into the middle. Fumble. Picked up, though. Sanga's going to be horse collar and tackled down. Wrestled down, and I'm not sure that may go uncalled. And it will be a 3rd down after the sack on the broken play and the bobble. And it will be 3rd down from the 15-yard line.
Now what do you do? Well, I guess you better go for the field goal, but I don't know. Look, they're bringing in 6.
Let's take a look here. Just from the get-go, Sanga drops the snap, tries to get out of the clutches, and there's Big 95 we were talking about, Adam Ugak, and he's on the prowl, but making the tackle is Mackay St. Louis out of the Calgary Rebels.
Oh, a little bit of taunting maybe would be in the game there, too. It seems like there, but anyhow.
All right, field goal attempt. It will be Cameron Neal here trying to give BC the lead. And call this about a 22-yarder for Neal. Up, down, kick, and it wobbles its way home.
It made it, so that's all you need. And
Cameron Neal got about half that ball, but it was the right half over the crossbar. And BC takes a 10-7 lead here with 8:27 to go in this first half.
Yeah, I'm surprised at both teams. I'm very impressed with the movement of their offenses, and well, of course, the D is tough as well. So these to me are the top 2 teams, and I sort of feel sorry for the team that doesn't make it all the way there, but.
BC fans getting pretty excited. Of course, if you missed it earlier on our broadcast, this is, of course, where the BC Lions have their training camp each and every year. I've done it the last 10 years wearing that BC orange color. And for the Alberta folks here, this is Hillside Stadium in Kamloops as we overlook the city on the campus of Thompson Rivers University, a beautiful facility here. Kamloops City of about 90,000 and growing, and we're sure proud of our hometown, and I hope that everybody on the webcast tonight can come through Kamloops here maybe this summer and get some of that nice summer weather here.
Good said, yes. It's I'm one of those ones from Alberta, from Edmonton, and came here many years ago and couldn't be a better place.
So we're going to get set for the kickoff after the field goal, and it will be Neil kicking off here. And a little pooch kick. He's going to dribble it here to about the 35. Uh-oh, bobbled, and who has it? Pile up here. Who's on the ball? Does BC have it? Are they going to get it right back or not?
You can't tell.
It'll be Alberta football.
I think so.
Looks like getting up on the ball for Alberta was Mateo Gramalia. It was bobbled there initially by Braxton Rudneski, but he gets some help. Rudneski might have got back on that ball. Alberta's 1st and 10.
Well, good getting all those pronunciations right. I'll tell you, you're right on the ball there, and I'm very impressed.
Well, the Alberta coaching staff beside, we had a quick sit-down meeting, and
good.
We went over some of those names before we were set to go here, and of course, everybody wants their name said right?
Yeah,
their name is very important to everybody.
Yep.
All right, so Alberta will scrimmage here. 1st and 10, 8 to go. Quarterback, broken play. It's going to be handed off, and a forward momentum, but a broken play on the handoff to Duncan Critch. And, boy, that's got to be a helpless feeling as a quarterback. You look to your left, nobody there. And it's like, okay, there's supposed to be somebody there, but they still get something out of nothing.
The backside guard and tackles pulled. And that's for a young group. That's a pretty sophisticated play, and they did well. They still got 2 yards out of it, but they could have got more. Duncan
Critch reacted like that was his mistake there, perhaps wrong lining up, going the wrong way in that formation on that play. So still able to get 2 yards out of it, and it'll bring up 2nd and 8. And it's quarterback St. McKenzie in the shotgun. He looks to hand it off. No, he'll roll to his left. Looks to his left. Throws it up. It's caught. Complete. Little bit of room here for Cole Windsor. Windsor's going to be gang tackled, though. And that'll force perhaps a punt scenario for Alberta. BC real stout defensively after giving up that touchdown on the first possession.
Again, just like you mentioned, it's they did a great play on that one. Alberta anyways. BC in terms of cutting in and always taking the right angle of pursuit. Both these teams are well coached, and I'm like I say again for maybe the 4th time, I'm very, very impressed with the capabilities of all these players.
Everett Schmalland was in on that tackle among many for the BC squad, and we will see a punt. Clock running now.
They have a little different offensive system there.
And the punt is up, and a good punt there from Carter Kettle out of Grand Prairie. It's going to bounce, and nice punt all the way inside the 30. Let's see where they mark it. 33-yard line. 33-yard line.
That's about a 40-yard punt, but I know it had some bounces with it, but still, great kick.
So BC will go to work on a possession with a 10-7 lead after settling for the field goal on their last possession. And a chance here. We'll see. Of course, it's a 40-man roster, so we're going to see different players in different positions throughout the game. But so far, it's been Jovan Sanga at quarterback. Riker Pearson out of Nanaimo is also listed as quarterback on the roster. And Sanga will stay in at quarterback here and lead the offense. Ball spotted at the 32-yard line. And a handoff. Ellie on the carry, looking for some room. He'll get it to about the 35-yard line, give him 2 as Reggie Ellie out of Lord's Tweedsmuir, Muir, and Surrey with that carry.
Oh, another great football team from the Surrey area. Lord Tweedsmuir, we remember playing them many years ago. But yes, great football, and it just came into high school, in fact, about 15 years ago, I guess now. But
so now we are looking at 2nd and about 8 here for Sanga and the BC offense. He's in under this time, in tight. What's the play going to be here? Some movement, and now we'll hand it off. Looking for a little bit of room. Into the middle. Back, fighting forward, and gang tackle there. Handoff. I think it was Whittingham again on the carry. It was. Gavin Whittingham, not a lot of room.
No, they ran short side, and they had, like 8 yards to get, or maybe not
it
quite.
Was 2nd and 8.
Yeah, and hey, trying to outthink yourself. You get some good speed, man. Go
wanting to use the wide side of the field, perhaps. So in 3rd and 6 will lead to a punting scenario.
Again, so deep. I don't know. It's going to hit the ground. But
35-yard line is where the two Alberta returners are back. The punt is up, and it'll bounce at the 46 and out of bounds at about the 44. So no return on the punt coming from Riker Pearson, and it will be Alberta going back. So all of a sudden we thought we had the shootout here brewing with both teams scoring in their first possession, but defenses have toughened up here with 5:03 to go in this second quarter.
I would say that same thing, the same item that you just brought up. Both teams are, it seemed like, holy, here we go. And defenses have charred it up. The defensive coaches or whoever is in charge, give them accolades for that, for playing a little tougher.
All right, so it is Alberta back on the football, and quarterback St. Mackenzie in the shotgun. He will fake it and screen it backwards lateral here, and no room. It's going to be a loss. Cole Windsor on a play that had a lot of moving parts, we could say, and Windsor is going to take a loss.
Lots, yeah. Great turning the play back in by
Nick Reimer in on that tackle for BC and a couple of players.
Yeah, BC closed that off very nicely.
Pedro Cabanas also in on that tackle as well, and it will be second and about 14 here for Alberta. It's in the bag of tricks here as we approach 4 minutes to play in this first half. Back to pass, some time over the middle, and that was between two receivers, Cole Windsor and Nathan Davidson in the vicinity. Both couldn't get a hand on it. Third down.
Very good rush, I thought. Very good rush by the by BC, and it caused it to a lot of people not looking back on the ball.
Brings up another punt, so all of a sudden the punter's getting featured here. We'll get to know them here by a household name by the end of the night if this continues.
Again, I think so.
So a punting scenario for Alberta. And it looks like it's Carter Ketile who boomed one earlier in this game. Ketile back to punt. Lots of time. Gets this one up. Spiraling kick will sail way out of bounds, though. So we'll see where the officials will spot this on the far side of the field. But again, the reason you're seeing all the action on that far side of the field is that the wind predominantly has been across the field today and tonight, blowing as you see it now on the screen from left to right, from the near sideline across to the far sideline. And that's why we're seeing a lot of play on that far hash, and like we saw earlier today in the first game.
Especially the first game, yes. It was played very often in the other half there, for sure.
So BC back on offense, so with the 10-7 lead and a chance to add to it here before the half. Clock is running.
Yeah, anybody's game. And
from the 47-yard line, Sanga in motion, looks out, bobbles the snap, has to just eat it and jump on it here, and that was probably a good decision. Again, a play with a lot of moving parts, and they'll have to spot that back at the 40 as Sanga was kind of complaining that maybe a bit of a low snap. We'll get a look at it here. And that snap, was a little bit outside the strike zone, and he had to jump on it there and take the loss. Spotted just inside the 40, tip of the nose on the 40-yard line. It's going to be second and about 19. And BC here, after moving the ball for a touchdown in their first possession, trying to go forwards rather than backwards.
Yeah, to get something going in the last little bit here, it'll be, here we go. See, now all of a sudden, lots of errors, both teams.
And was there a timeout perhaps before the snap? Don't see any flags.
I don't think so. No, it was too long.
Okay. All right. Yeah, they're going to march it back 5 more yards here. So backwards we go. Back to the 35-yard line. Second down here. This is one of those draw play type scenarios here, or a screen pass, something you can try to do to try to get back some of that distance.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to think, we're going to throw the long one here, but you never know. There's some good throwers in this group here. That's, like I said to myself anyways, and that both these teams seem to be a little bit higher level than the other two, but I could
I tell you,
eat my
Saskatchewan
words.
looked pretty good.
Yes.
Saskatchewan looked pretty good in that 38-2 victory earlier today. All right, quarterback Sanka, back to pass. Has room. He's going to air it out over the middle, and it should have been intercepted, but it goes through the fingertips of Beck Robinson, as the old saying goes. That's why Beck's a defensive back and not a receiver. He looked like he had that in his wheelhouse.
Did he ever? Yes, he threw the Sangara's throw. Mamma mia, that was 40,
good arm,
45,
you know?
very good
really
arm.
Good arm. We saw that long pass to Whittingham for the major score on the BC side. And now we're in under 3 minutes in this one. And BC will be forced to punt as they scrimmage from the 35. Their punter, also a quarterback, is Riker Pearson, and he is standing there just outside of his 20-yard line. Two returners back for Alberta. Pearson gets away a punt towards the far sidelines.
Not very deep,
again.
no.
Hit the center stripe
yard
marker, and that's likely where Alberta will take over here.
See a net gain of only about 25 on that one, but it didn't get any return, of course, so that was the saving point on it, but right on the C line there.
All right, well, Alberta has a chance to at least put some points on the board before halftime here and either tie or take the lead as they take over, from the BC 52. Alberta and BC, two provincial rivals going at it here. All right, St.
What a bounce.
What a bit of room to the middle and maybe a gain of 2. So that give off to running back Duncan Critch from quarterback St. Mackenzie.
Yeah, a little bit of someone just looking for his number.
See on the replay here, the tackle.
Oh, he's right. Oh, that's okay.
Looked like it was Jack Nyros out of Kelowna on that tackle as well. One of a couple of BC players brings up 2nd and about 7 here.
Passing down, looks like.
Did not run the clock on that last
didn't
time.
they?
And now a quarterback under pressure. He fumbles it forward. Battle for the football. BC is on it, but they're going to rule it was an incomplete pass. Passing forward here. That's the official ruling here.
Let us look at this.
Quarterback under pressure. And he does put it away for a second, then try to shovel it off. Tried to shovel it off to the running back, Duncan Critch.
Giving him the...
Critch reacted like it was a fumble. He was trying to jump on that loose ball, although they call it a shovel pass forward, incomplete pass. 3rd down, punting scenario.
Way too deep.
Punting scenario and movement at the line, but everybody checks back on side. Oh, they're going to be a fake, and it will be Critch taking the fake up the left side, trying to find room. He's going to be stacked up, and he will not get it. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Alberta picks the fake, and Duncan Critch. I think BC sniffed that one out a little bit. They were right there.
They did. I don't know why, but it surely wasn't in my mind, I'll have to admit. But
and not even close. Probably
no, I don't know why they're measuring it.
5 yards short of the first down.
They want a measurement?
No. There's the signal. A first down.
Yeah, sorry.
BC. So BC will take over, and all of a sudden BC has a chance to add to what is the lead. The clock is moving very slowly here under 3 minutes of play. I'm not even sure it ran in that last play on the second down play.
It might not have.
But it is going to be BC's opportunity here now to try to add to their 3-point lead here. Lots of time on the clock here, under 3 minutes, to make something happen.
Yeah, I think we said 3 minutes. I better not say something to the scorer there. But
All right, so again, it is Sega. He's not been afraid to throw that ball. He's going to throw again, and why not? Airs it out, far flats, incomplete.
He can rip the ball. Too bad it was a little bit out of his range of his receiver. Oh, someone got hurt out there.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been Whittingham holding that knee here. We're going to get a look at it again here as the pass comes up. And Whittingham goes up to go get it and landed hard on that right knee. And he is down. And he'll be looked at here with 2:10 to go here in this first half. BC and Alberta going at it in the second semifinal. Now, if you join us late, the final will go on Thursday. And we will see Saskatchewan play the winner of this game on the Thursday, while the loser of this game will match up with Manitoba in what is essentially a third-place game coming up Thursday, 4 o'clock Pacific time.
Yes, and the crowds have been, relatively good here, I think, and everybody should be happy at the venue. I would think that would be a big part of it, but also seeing all the kids in action for sure.
All right, so it brings up second down, after the incomplete pass. Sanga back to pass again. He will air it out. It is caught up the middle. First down and more across midfield. And a good catch and run play. Caught him in stride. And that is a catch and run by Evan Fitchett out of Kelowna with the KSS Owls.
Very well executed and confident and tucked in the ball. No, he got a little bit lazy with that ball. He should have, you think, with the ball coming right there, that he should have knocked it down, the defender. But
Not sure why the clock is now running now, but it took a while for the clock to get going here again. So this final 3 minutes might feel like 3 hours here if this plays over the middle, and it is caught again. No, it came loose. Incomplete pass. And looking for the intended target. Not really a receiver type number. You don't see 90 on a receiver very often. But Nicholas Reimer, I believe, you don't usually see a D lineman set up there on that side of the ball, but perhaps some two-way football. It'll be second down.
Here it is. Let's see if they can. This will be a very tough getting the 10 yards out of this one here, but we'll see.
All right. Shotgun. Over the middle, throwing side. That's going to be picked. Oh, it's caught. It is caught through the arms of the defender and right to a receiver who is Renzel Ron Arenaza. Arenaza gets a gift. It should have been picked, but Arenaza has it come to him, and it'll bring up third down.
Still, they need the big three here now, and that's their. There's a timeout on the.
Well, it's going to be a punt situation, I believe. A 3rd and 4. I'm surprised it is a punt at this scenario. You are on the 44-yard line of Alberta. And if you're Alberta, you're like, okay, sure, we'll take that punt. But perhaps trying to pin them deep and try to take the lead.
They're taking long in that huddle. Are they saying something that they haven't done before? I would...
Call a timeout?
Oh, there's something screwy.
Yeah, timeout has been called. Yeah,
they don't know if
you noticed a little bit of confusion there. Perhaps, so.
Yeah.
Alberta, our Team BC football. Their head coach Trent Schmuland. Guy Lemieux, the offensive coordinator, he is from Kamloops here, and he is on the coaching staff of the BC side, trying to coordinate this team offensively. Yeah,
it's I think we have only one coach here from the home city, but I thought there's no question on this one. They have to punt, and they're in that huddle for so long, but I'd just say they have to, because I'll tell you the big surge will come if they don't make it. Oh, now it looks like they're just trying to waste time, but the clock's not running anyhow.
Well, play went out of bounds there at the sideline, so the clock should be stopped at this stage here. But there's been a couple occasions. Oh, look at this. They're going to fake it. They're going to run it on the right side. Trying to cut forward, and first down and more, way more here. Still running, and then he's tackled up high after a good run there by Ziad Sabri, who is right there to take the direct snap, and Sabri scampers for a first down and more.
I'll have to eat that turnip that I said. I'd never thought anybody would do that, take that long, and of course there'd be some kind of trick, but they did it, and they stayed with it. Oh, and incredibly bold, but hey, it worked this time for sure.
All right, so it will be a first down, and again, that they're saying that play took 3 seconds, which I don't know who's on the clock here, but that was it's someone snapping here. So all right, puck snap over on the right side. Sanga's going to air it out, and that'll be an incomplete pass. So it will be second down. And continuing BC here on this drive. They've gambled to continue this drive on the fake punt, and now in a second down scenario. So you're probably in a position here where you could get points, but we'll see how second down goes here.
Yeah, they're sniffing in that area for sure. Yes, they're mighty close. But what a game, eh? 10-7. It's anybody's, of course.
Sanga in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left and right. He will look over the middle. Now he's flushed out of the pocket, and he's sacked. He is sacked as he goes down. He had to cover up the football, but busting through for Alberta on the play. Nice tackle. And 58 not appearing. Oh, let's see who we got on our roster here for Alberta. As it was Waylon Becker in from the Brooks Roadrunners there. So good to see a little bit of rural Alberta represented there by Waylon Becker, who was wailing down on the quarterback here, forcing a punt scenario, you'd think.
Yeah, I think so. And I think Brooks is south of Calgary, if I'm correct. But anyhow.
And roll the clock. There we go. And now the punt scenario will come up. It's up. Fielded at the 25-yard line. A little bit of room here. Trying to bust it outside.
What a tackle.
Shoestring tackle there.
Tremendous tackle,
on a return on the Alberta side. Isaiah Oliveros out of Sherwood Park with the North Stars there. And some time here with 1:21 to go here for BC, or for Alberta here to try.
Good effort. You got it. Yeah,
Nice
looking
tackle.
on the replay there, it was well contained for sure.
All right, so lots of time here, especially if the clock moves at the pace it's moved here with 1:21 to go here in this first half. Snap, hand up the middle, and fighting forward. And a little bit of room for Duncan Critch, who's had a lot of handles here early, and he will get maybe 7, maybe 8 here on first down.
Yes, I think so. He's going to be, they can throw or pass on the next one, but they don't want to pass and then not make it. So
Pedro Cabanas again on defense here, maybe making a bid for
Tony clock.
You might have to go back and work the clock your old days here, hey? Running now.
Yelling at the ref, yeah.
Put you back down on the sidelines, Brian. All right, passing here on 2nd and 3. Quarterback under pressure. He is flushed, running to his left. Can he find some room? Can he turn the corner? He's going to be pushed out of bounds here. Ball came loose at the end of the play, but it was quarterback St. McKenzie running for his life there for a stretch. Cade Lebrec, I should say, is at quarterback now. Cade Lebrec on this series. And Cade was running there trying to turn the corner, but he was defended pretty well and helped out of bounds by Nick Reimer, who did he get flagged for that? No, I don't think there was one there late, but Nick Reimer with a good little shove to help Lebrec out to the sidelines.
Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. And that, at the end, it might have been, yeah.
All right, so.
Well, I hope neither team is hoping that it'll
Punt
just end
scenario.
like this, but.
Good punt out near midfield, and it'll skip out of bounds again on the far sideline.
Oh, yeah.
And at least some opportunity here for Alberta at about midfield to try to put some points on the board in the longest 3 minutes in sports. Down to 44 seconds to go on the clock in this first half. BC, as you see, still leads 10-7.
That punt, by the way, went 45 yards because of the bounce, and so important in this game, especially with a wide field in the Canadian game, and that they have to contain that the sidelines. Anyhow.
All right, it is first down for BC. Sanga has aired out his arm here in this first half, the quarterback, and he will hand off this time. It is Reggie Ellie on the right side. He'll stay in bounds, fighting forward. Play not over yet. Now it is.
A big scrum, it looked like, yeah.
Gain of 7 on the play. And Carson Brooks in on that tackle, announced here at Hillside Stadium.
Sanga just is very adept with his hands on that last play. on that last play, he came in and, there's a timeout on the field, I do believe.
Yeah, timeout BC here, so they want to preserve the clock, as it would have been whistled in and been running here. But instead, they'll take the timeout, and they'll be looking at a 2nd and about 3 once they get back on the field here. So, you know what, we talk about, this level of football being more, and high school football here, you need to generate on the ground, right? You need to generate offense with that running game, that line of scrimmage, control the line of scrimmage. But BC with quarterback Sanga, they've been passing a ton here in this first half, not afraid to air things out, and they have scored their only major that way as well.
I would say the same. They're very, very adept at changing and going to the ground and going up. I think both teams even still do that. But I just watched Sanga on that play before this one, and he's always he handed the ball off. It was a fly sweep, and he fakes the ball, he gave the ball, but then he faked going the other way. And so he's got little nuances that his coach, no doubt, has shown him all this. Here's what we want you to do to suck the other guys out going the other way. So I was very impressed.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10, or 2nd and 3, I should say, after that play. And it's Sanga. He is pressured. He will roll to his left. He's going to try to throw across the body up the middle. That's up for grabs, and it's intercepted. And you just knew right away when you're trying to throw across your body like that, bad things happen. And on the interception, it is Alberta's Beck Robinson who comes up with that one. This time he made that grab. We thought he had that crack at the interception earlier in this half, but he makes up for it there with a late interception.
He did that. The only drawback right now is the 26 seconds. But again, there's time.
Well, there could be lots of time here. We'll wait and see. As BC tries to defend this lead, they want to try to keep into the half. But let's see what Cade Lebrecht can do out of the Grand Prairie Broncos program. 6 foot, 170 pounds. Cade Lebrecht calls for the ball. He will hand off. Trying to find some room up the middle. Busting forward, fighting forward. Gain of about 9 or so. And that was Duncan Critch on the carry. And looks like Alberta might be content just to close out this half.
Great effort. Great effort on that run.
They're going to call a timeout here. So, hey, we've done a lot of football games together inside 3 minutes. This might be the longest 3-minute stretch we've seen in the Canadian game here.
I got to see if our scorekeeper's doing the proper job there. But
well, there's been lots of timeouts as well, stopping the clock here. Alberta not content here on 2nd and 1 to let any precious seconds tick away. And they will try to use what's left here. You know what? That wind, I wouldn't say it's helping them, but it definitely would be a little bit aiding them at this stage here late.
Yeah,
they could get the field goal.
I agree to that.
Lebrecht in the shotgun this time. It is 2nd and about 1. He will hand off. No, he'll fake, and he's under heavy pressure. Lebrecht rolling out, gets the pass off. It is caught, and getting out of bounds as well is Duncan Critch. And it's a first down. It also stops the clock with 11 seconds to go. They'll spot it at their own 54-yard line. So still some distance to go. But, boy, that could have been a negative play back before quarterback Lebrecht got rid of it.
An excellent catch for Alberta. Yes, it was beautiful. Good concentration.
All right, so it is first down. Maybe time for 2 plays. Shotgun, Lebrecht. He'll take back, has time. He's going to air it out. Big arm here down the right side. Has a receiver and a battle juggled and incomplete. Oh, there was some coverage down there.
Oh, that was close. You got it.
Tyler Milev out of the Calgary Mavericks had a shot at that. Good coverage down the field, and time for one more play here on 2nd down.
Oh, that was some throw. That was like 50 yards, I would say, from his hands.
No help from the safety either in that case. So defensive back was kind of in no man's land, and we're talking about Keyshawn Beswick out of Centennial and Poco. And that safety help arrived a little bit late, but a good one-on-one battle for that football, I thought.
They wanted a timeout here. Was that... okay.
Alberta, I think, calling the timeout, looking to maybe get the right personnel in for one final crack at it here, one final play.
A little bit of an umbrella defense. They have to go back. They have to play play deep on them, there's no question, and they need to put the little the diggers that are on the OD line have to get a rush on them and contain the quarterback for sure. So, but this game has been, I'd say, just excellently played. Here they go on the.
All right, we'll see what they
coverage,
have. BC trying to, get a few defenders back. They have 2 standing at the 30-yard line or so, and let's see if Lebrec can air one out here.
He doesn't even know the
show
play.
Some arm strength here. Oh, I hope he does. He's the quarterback, and he will take it now.
Yeah.
And look back. He will throw it up over the middle, and this is up for grabs again, and it is intercepted on the final play, but we have a flag down. I think the quarterback took a late shot here. So BC celebrating what they think is an interception, but a roughing the passer call will come up, and the longest 3 minutes in sports will get one more play at least here.
Continues.
You know what? I want to see a look at this if we can here for our great crew here that's doing the replays today. See Lebrec airing it out. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Boy, I don't know.
Get real.
Oh, boy.
That's a bad call. I'll say that loud
Takes away
and clear.
A hard-working interception there from, I believe that was Keyshawn Bestwick, or was that, Bestwick. So, boy.
And we have a very...
Boy, it is the off season, right?
Why did they want to do that to the game of football?
So one more play, and they're going to scrimmage it from the 41-yard line. But it is a very trendy, in vogue call right now.
Yes.
You watch any professional football, it's transferred here to Hillside Stadium. All right, here we go. One last crack at it. Maybe reachable 41-yard line. Lebrec is flush. He's going to go down. Down he goes, sacked. And that will end the first half. Good sack there. And that was a BC sack courtesy Juan VA from North Langley. So we got a good game here, Brian.
It is exciting. It's very good. I'm surprised that this of the score, even though you might say, oh, they traveled so far. Come on. They didn't. We had guys from BC probably further away than
maybe.
Close.
All right, we're going to take a break, folks. We got a good game. Please stand by. We're going to be back after the half. This is the Western Challenge here from beautiful BC, beautiful Kamloops, BC. Brian Olthius, John Keane will be back with the second half.
Ciao.
Stay tuned.
Good job. Good job. Good job. Nice. Good job. There it is. Go, 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 go. Keep him in. Keep him in. That's the way to accelerate.
I can't hear you. What's the difference between a good defense and a great defense?
The D3O technology that it has and providing safety for our kids. Thank you.
As a youth coach, you're asked to do it all. Huddle is here to help. We have the tools to make every video a learning opportunity. You can add comments and drawings to any play and share those clips with players so they can see what they did well and how to improve. You can also use Huddle to connect with built-in messaging, notify the entire team of last-minute changes, request feedback, or assign tasks. Head to the field knowing everyone is on the same page. And for those moments you want to celebrate, Huddle makes it easy to create and share highlights. Build an end-of-season reel while your players customize game highlights for their personal profiles. Make this the season you coach, connect, and celebrate, all with one tool. Sign up for a free trial to see how Huddle can help you this season.
What does it take to become elite? It takes more than dedication, focus, and hard work. It takes an elite-level training program. Customized, sport-specific, online. Your perfect workout every time. That's Volt Athletics.
All right, folks, welcome back. We're getting set for the second half of this barn burner here from Hillside Stadium in Kamloops. Got Team BC kicking off to Team Alberta to begin this second half, and it is BC with the lead by a field goal, 10-7, and it will be Alberta getting the ball, getting their hands on the ball here first, following this kickoff here from Cameron Neal. Let's see if Neal can get his leg into this one here. We've seen some kicks kind of squib up so far. Play whistled in, and we are underway. It's squibbed to the left sidelines, and it'll be handled, fumbled, and BC's on that football. It goes through the wickets of the Alberta player on the field, and that was Nathan Davidson, and he was a little bit disgusted how it all shook down here. So, well, it's going to begin with a quick turnover on special teams, Brian Olthius, and it will be BC on the football here to start the half.
Wow, yeah, it was the first half was sort of all one team going down to one end, and not many points scored, as people can see, but 10-7, but. Right there again, something just startling, and it's not anticipated, but it did happen, and here we are on the 44-yard line.
All right, so it looks like it will be Jovan Sanga still at quarterback. We saw him air out a few. He'll give off to Ellie, and Ellie trying to move and make a move, and he's going to be wrapped up and tackled to a very excited lineman down there, Lucas Semrau, who comes out of the Parkside Pythons, and he'll limit that gain to 3.
I thought that gain was 3 was going to be lots, and to me it was. He had to get through quite a few tacklers. He was caught behind, and he still had a little bit of energy to finish it off and gain some yards.
All right, so it will be BC 2nd and 7. Reggie Ellie starting the half with a carry. And Jovan Sanga now on the shotgun. He has options to his right side, 3 receivers. He'll look that way. He'll screen it out there. It is caught, trying to get first down yards and more, and
I think he's got it.
Will be really close.
That'll be close, but I think he's got it.
Nice catch and a running play there for Jacob Groves. Jacob Groves out of Windsor High School in North Van, and they're going to move the chains. Good wrap-up tackle, by the way. We should mention Osas Odemwing out of the Calgary Hilltoppers, and Odemwing with the tackle.
I thought the Hilltoppers were only from Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
But, anyhow,
I think it's just the Hilltops.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, all right. Here we go. First down. The give is to Ellie. He'll try the right side, and he turns the corner and has more. He'll take a tackler head on and bust down near the 20-yard line, getting out of bounds. That gets the BC bench going. They're pretty excited, and Ellie comes up emphatically pointing that it was a first down, and he will move the chains here again.
Oh, great speed on that acceleration especially. He took it, I didn't think at such a fast pace, and then burns it around the end. And yes.
Credit Abdul Kaiwin for hanging in there. He took maybe the worst of that collision, but he was able to stop Ellie, and big first down here. So BC on the ground here. Handoff here.
Here it is
room
again.
On the left side here, and plenty of room here to go. Up the middle, going down. Flag comes down.
There it is.
Near the 3-yard line, but not before Caleb Sens gets it on the doorstep here. What are we going to see?
You're going to see a 10-yard penalty from about the 9-yard line. And
got a legal block or a hold in there?
A hold, I do believe.
Yeah, all right,
yes.
That is the call. Yeah. So, Sens trying to turn the corner here. Was there a little tug there, but perhaps there on the receiver, Jacob Groves, who has been involved in this one here.
Yeah, I would say a little, but anyways, okay. It's the way it's called, and now this has to have lots of connotations and permutations in terms of what are we gonna do next if we don't get the first. So they got to be a quick decision.
Again, not running the clock, but now it gets going here. And it is a quick handoff. Sens will try the right side here into the middle, looking forward, fighting forward. And he will get near that first down marker.
I think so. After all that, I mean, there's just a big scrum again. I use that rugby term.
Second down is the call from the official. So, yeah, he'll get about 8 or so. And the clock will keep moving here. So, we saw Jacob Sens get down inside the 5, but it was negated with that hold, and now he's trying to carry the mail here. BC trying to add to this lead. All right, so quarterback Jovan Sang has been in control here. He is Reggie Yelly into his left side, and he's see if I could draw something up here. Second and short. Big. And again, it goes to Ellie. He'll try the right side. He has room. First down and more. Will he get in? And he'll walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Reggie Ellie.
The acceleration of Valley Ho was just incredible. He turns to another gear. That was an excellent run.
And Reggie Ellie goes for a bit of a swim to the sidelines here and celebrates with his teammates here. Reggie Ellie out of Lord Tweedsmuir. We talk about him being out of Surrey. 6 foot, 175-pound back. And that'll make it a 16-7 game pending the convert attempt. Try to make it a 10-point game. And Cameron Neal. Up, down, and it is through. So BC has come out and scored on their first possession here. Second possession, should say. Actually scoring right off the kickoff. And getting on the ball and turning it into 7. So not sure if that was a design short squib or not, but it got the job done on the recovery.
I think I don't know if they were thinking, of course, that recovery would be the greatest little pot of gold. But again, they did do what they had to do anyways, and recovered the ball and then confidently moved the ball down the field. Very, very impressed, and mostly they were just a running game there, and we'll have to see if Alberta now can match that and come back again.
All right, so, BC will kick off here again. We saw a little trickery as they go up by 10, and BC folks pretty fired up here, lots of energy. Not sure if there's a coffee shop nearby, but perhaps some coffee beans in the BC crowd here right now, late into the evening at Hillside Stadium.
Yeah, the lights are up and they're on as well, of course, and here we go for another night of...
Neal to kick off, and he will kick it deeper this time. Bobbled again at the 25-yard line, now picked up, looking for room on the outside, trying to turn it back into the middle, and still fighting forward here, trying to get out of some tackles, and everybody's going to meet up here and stop the progress here after that last carry at the bottom of that pile. Some tough living, some tough yards there for Isaiah Oliveros out of the Sherwood Park North Stars.
Great effort.
Yeah, it was sure.
Great effort. Look at him going. He's just fighting his way there, yeah.
So now Alberta will get their first chance here to go on offense after that turnover on special teams to begin the half. And quarterback will go to work here. Cade Lebrec in at quarterback here. He's been subbing off with St. Mackenzie. Lebrec will hand off up the middle, looking for a bit of room. Now backwards, head down, fighting forward, and Duncan Critch out of Bonnyville had some carries in that first half, and he'll get about 2, maybe 3 here on first down.
He broke out of that, out of his cut and turned it upfield with a lot of ferocity. But I tell you, BC just came back and did as much of holding him to that 3-yard gain.
Massimo Ryan out of Notre Dame with a good tackle, letting everybody at home know it was him that made this stop here. It will be second and about 8 yards here. And the shotgun is quarterback Cade Lebrec out of the Grand Prairie Broncos. Gets the snap, had to wait for it a bit here. Now will step up and now look to run. He'll take off. He'll slide forward, takes a bump after giving himself up, but he has first down yards. And that will move the chains here, and needed about 8, got about 9, and it should be a first down.
An excellent vision, looking around and then picking his way through a few people, and great job by the quarterback. But of course, the linemen there that were helping him block, of course, have to be recognized as well.
So it is a first down, and they will spot it here at the 46-yard line. Alberta down by 10, and Lebrec in the shotgun formation here. Receivers to his left, 3 of them. And now a handoff up the middle, and met immediately with a flag on the play as well. Duncan Critch got a helmet right into the knee area and pops up, and he looks to be favoring that leg a little bit here. But what's the flag for there?
I don't know what the flag is. It looked like just a regular play, but
well, it's going against Alberta here. Was it a holding call? Let's see. And let's see if they decline. It's a situation where you decline the penalty here. Getting the signal, looking toward the two benches here.
They have
the options here available.
The water girl
would be. It would be 2nd and 12 or 1st and 20. All right, Coach. What do you take? 2nd and 12 or 1st and 20?
2nd and 12 or 1st and 20. 1st and 20.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see if they agree with you here or not. Penalty against Alberta, and they decline it here. So, Coach. All right. Well. That really is personal preference. There,
honestly, I'm thinking of American football, which we play in BC.
True, yes, the 4-down scenario.
Definitely,
different. You'd want to be 1st and 20.
Yeah.
But here you have a 3rd-down scenario. If it is a U.S. football, here it's 2nd and about 12 here. All right, Lebrecq, lots of movement in the backfield.
Boy.
And the handoff and nowhere to go right away.
Great play again by, I'm looking for his number there.
Well, I tell you, it was Tessima Verink on the carry. Verink, first time we've had him on the carry, but he was met right away as we get a great look here from the crew here. Verink wrapped up right away. And it was Aiden Domino with the tackle. And he's going to force Alberta to punt after Domino wrapped it up.
Yeah, here we are again in the kicking position, and just have to.
Well, the snap's a high one, but it's fielded, and it's a good punt.
Oh, excellent punt.
And that was Carter Kitile. Takes a bounce.
It didn't touch him, but.
Picked up now at the 30-yard line, trying to take it outside.
He's got
Still
wheels.
On his feet, and eventually bowled over in front of that Alberta bench. And it will be BC taking over here with the 10-point lead with the ball as we approach the midway point of the 3rd quarter.
I'm still surprised, though, at teams not wanting to catch the punt, not on the run, but in the air. And go back to the old 2-point, 2 guys, I don't know.
You don't see it a lot at this level, though.
No,
You just don't. And I think it's a bit of a safety valve, right? Because if that ball bounces off those shoulder pads, it is a free ball, and we all know that special teams and even things like snaps make all the difference at this age group here, the U16.
Good point there, yeah. No, I do.
All right, so it's Sanga in at quarterback again. He will hand off on 1st down, trying to turn the corner. Some room here for Sens, and Sens will carry for 12, busting across that 50-yard line to about the 51, 52. 51 is where they spotted. And he's been a load. Caleb Sens out of the Langley Minor Football Program. And good carry.
Wow, what they're doing, they're blocked that so well. They have their outside, their left split end, or even it could be with the left D end, offensive end, coming around the corner, and he just leads that corner and seals it. There's a tremendous seal block on that side, and
injured player, I believe, here on the BC side. And Sens is going to be the one that's going to come off. He had that last carry, and he's going to walk off under his own strength. A little bit of a limp there after a productive game here so far. BC back. And he'll be subbed off here.
Well, they better tell their buddy who's there what count it is and what play it is.
That's right. It came after the huddle, right? So, yeah, he's getting the instructions here now, and Sanga trying to be the general out there right now. Quarterback Sanga now looking a little bit confused as the clock runs. Now he will get the play out, get the snap. He will roll to his right. He'll throw to his right. It is up for grabs, and I think Alberta has picked this one off. Is it going to be ruled an interception?
I think it is.
I think so, too. Now let's see who got their hands on that one. Alberta needed a stop defensively, and their coaching staff up here pounding the table emphatically after that interception. And good read there, good defensive play there. That's well executed defensively from Jack Clausen out of the Calgary Colts. And Clausen's going to be happy. He's picked up there by Matteo Gramalia to say, hey, great job.
Yes, it surely was. He pulled it down and tucked it in, and he couldn't take any steps, but surely protected the ball.
All right, so Alberta goes back to work on offense here, trying to get something going offensively. They scored in their very first possession of the game and haven't since. All right, handoff up the middle, some room this time, battling forward, and that's going to be, is it Braxton Rudnetsky? No, let's try to get a number on that. We have Alberta, Braxton, actually that's Mateo Gramalia. No, let's wait and see here on that number. 44, Caleb Zenz on the tackle. Trying to get organized here. 45 on the carry, and yeah, it was Zachary Pipe. My apologies. He had a number change before the game. Zachary Pipe for the Calgary Stampeders, and Pipe on that carry there. He's going to go right back to him, up the pipe for Pipe, fighting forward, and he will be just short. Yeah, 1 yard, maybe 2 yards short.
Now here's coming to the spot where you say, hey, do we go for it, or?
I think you got to put a little bit of faith in your defense here. That, you know, if you can't pick up the 2 yards, they'll pick you right back up.
They're going for it, though.
I like the call.
We got the guy coming. Yeah, he's got to get into the action, or else he.
Yeah, the BC squad had a man deep about the 20 for that punt, realizing it now, so they will. 3rd and 2. Big play of the game here right now. Alberta looking to move the change. Lebrec hands off. Nothing doing. Big tackle in the backfield and a loss and a turnover on downs. And what a big stuff there from Jaden Struck out of the Cowichan Bulldogs at Shawnigan Lake. And Jaden struck the hole with authority.
Oh, did he fly across that line of scrimmage? It was just a tremendous force that he had with him.
Massimo Ryan was also into the mix. He didn't get up very comfortably, though. I think he might have taken the hit from his teammate as well. So it's a big turnover here, and BC with the ball and with a 10-point lead. And the clock should be moving right along here again. All right, up the middle. Right side now, fighting forward across the center field stripe. And BC will get it into Alberta territory here on that give off to Ziad Sabri at a Centennial Port Moody, and he'll get about 6.
We've been talking about the Centennial boys, and the area didn't have a very successful 10 years ago, and now they're building it up and really becoming another force that they used to be about 25 years ago. So that's good to see.
All right, it'll be 2nd and about 3. And again in the shotgun formation, it's quarterback Jovan Sanga. Takes the low snap and will hand off and nowhere to run, but still on his feet, fighting forward, 1st down, yards. Oh, I think Alberta's staff up here thought it was going to be a tackle for a loss, but boy, I tell you, don't tell that to Ziad Sabri.
Oh.
He was able to bust a tackle there, and we see the replay here. It looked like he was all wrapped up, kept his feet moving here.
Tremendous effort.
Found his blockers and fighting forward, 1st down. Nice effort.
Very, very good play, yes, for the BC team, of course. And
Ziad Sabri, Centennial, we mentioned that on the Port.
Yeah, Centennial, as I said, they've had a big resurgence in that area.
Well, one good running back can go a long way in BC high school football. All right, now the back, it'll be Sens. Sens with some room here and tackled forward for about 7 or 8.
I had a vision there that maybe the defender caught onto him, and he actually pulled him another 2-3 yards. I mean, 7 yards.
Was tackled forward, Caleb Sims.
Yes, yeah.
And he was wrapped up there by Quan Michaels, but not before a gain of 6, just shy of 7 yards in that game. So with 2 minutes to go here in this 3rd quarter, Jovan Sanga, quarterback, handing off. Oh, good little move. Fighting forward. Caleb Sens, it's going to be a loss this time. Give up the middle, and he was met in the backfield. That wasn't Sens, excuse me. That was Ziad Sabri again as they switch off here. Sabri on the carry will be 3rd down at about 5.
Yeah, good. Here's decision making. No, they have to punt. Yeah, but aim it to that far corner, the close corner, and to stall the return. So we'll just see what they do. They still go back with 1 returner. I don't know why teams don't, you got 11 up front, and they know they're not all going to be covered, but
we got a timeout on the field. Timeout called by BC here.
Oh boy.
So might have been you know what? They're counting them up here on the BC side, so they might have been short a player, or perhaps one too many, or probably short a player in this scenario.
Yeah, very odd. I don't know what that was.
Winner of this game will move on and play Saskatchewan. It looked pretty good earlier today in the afternoon game. A 38-2 emphatic win over rival Manitoba. Boy, we had the Manitoba coordinators up beside us in that first half, and it was like a nightclub in here at times here, emptying out at 2 a.m. It was pretty rowdy for the Manitoba boys, but they were sure quiet in that second half, I thought, after things got a little sideways in that game.
Yes, that's what I would
but we are sitting in double pane glass broadcast booth here, and I don't think there's any way that the referee could hear their calls for penalties. But we do have a punt up, and it will be handled at the 12-yard line. Fumbled, and BC is right back on that ball. That is an unforced error turnover there.
Yes.
A battle for the ball. Let's see who has it. Yeah, it is BC, and it is Finney and Shea coming up with that one. Finney and Shea to the Cowichan Bulldogs again. There is a flag on the field.
Was there? Oh.
But it won't matter.
Oh, it didn't matter here.
Might have just fell out. That one? Well, there you go.
Yes.
That's why you punt the football, right?
You got it. Yes, there you go. Have a run, one returner. I still say in that CFLer game, go with 2 at that age level too. But so what am I to say? I always have a protector.
So BC will be taking over here, and they are spotting that football. It's instant red zone for BC. 13-yard line. Let's see. Now they're gonna move it.
What? He's giving it to who? The other. What have they done here?
It was a penalty. It was against Alberta on the kick, so they've marched at half the distance. Oh, just wait.
What is this?
Let's see if we can listen in on exactly what happened here. And we're trying to figure exactly what happened. Looked like BC was on the ball. I don't think, was there a no yards call there? But they did march it back half the distance to the goal, it looked like. As you can see here, there is a fumble here.
But did we see the hit?
Okay, now they've signaled first down BC, and they're going to change up both sides of the field here. So that'll be something for the committee to review here as far as
weird.
You don't need extra things to confuse us up here, right?
No.
And they're doing a good job of making it confusing here for us here. But we had it right the first time.
Yes.
And it's going to be BC ball and a chance to knock on the door and increase this 10-point lead.
I am not impressed. Some of these, whatever that stall.
It's the middle of summer. Is it football season? Yeah, we got to get these guys back from the lake and everything, right? That's where you came from today. You were at the lake. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. And it's BC. The give. It is Sense. Is he going to turn the corner? No, he's going to be tackled.
Now they're playing tough D there. They're made them cut the inside and forced them where all the other guys are, so it only measured like a 3-yard gain or 2 maybe even.
Sends on the carry. Yeah, he fought down to the 10, but like you mentioned, give him 2.
Yeah.
All points are important right now here, so it's a big second down here for BC. And Jovan Sang has been in control the whole game at quarterback. And those big offensive linemen here trying to push forward. Sang is in the shotgun here. Some motion. Sense takes off as a receiver. Now ball is up in the air. Wide open receiver. Can he bring it in? Bobbled and complete. And maybe a touch underthrown for a second there. Looked like Gavin Whittingham might have had his second touchdown reception of the game. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, a little sooner releasing that ball would have done it. But again, the defenders were there and protected it just like the
At some point, don't you have to look back for the football there?
Yes.
You're Beck Robinson there, and you're up, and there was real. I think everyone knew the ball was getting to Whittingham there, but there was real no intention to look back at the football. That's a gray area for sure. But a field goal attempt will be coming up here, and a chance to increase the lead.
They've got to cover that returner. It's got the wide side.
And it's up, and a flag does fly. The kick was good.
A flag again?
Yeah, flag from the near sidelines came in here.
Oh, brother.
So what are we going to see here? It was right at the snap. So you think it's going against BC here?
I would guess so, but I just you can't figure that out. They got
offside
6,
call.
7
well,
guys.
You know, it was offside, and
it's good.
Okay, so.
But what the?
Interesting there. The field goal will count regardless.
Yes,
right?
the field goal will count. But
flag will be declined.
So many little flags that make the crowd wonder. Like I don't still know what it was. It was
like someone lined up probably in that neutral zone here. That's what I would assume at this stage here. But with that said, it is now a 20-7 lead. So BC, remember, they were down 7-0 after Alberta came and scored on their first possession. But BC has the last 20 points, and they're starting to put their foot down on their provincial rivals a little bit here late in this third quarter. John Keane, joined by Brian Olthius here, a longtime high school football coach in the city. And, of course, we're checking out the Western Challenge U16 event featuring the 4 western provinces of Canada, trying to get in that Thursday night championship game.
Yeah, everybody's looking for that pot of gold on that day, and not only to get there, but to win it. So let's just see what happens, one step at a time for anybody.
All right, clock running here late in this third quarter, and Alberta back in the ball. Lots of room up the middle, fighting forward, still on his feet, still running, battling all the way to the 50-yard line for a pickup of 15 on the play. And, boy, that jersey might need resizing here after getting tagged along to there. It was Zach Pipe up the pipe again here, and that jersey got stretched down there from behind. A little water skiing going on there.
Excellent.
By the defender, and that was Massimo Ryan taken for a bit of a sled dog race there.
Excellent effort by the running back. Tremendous job there.
Likely final play of the third quarter. Every time we say that, though, there's a flag. So we'll see. Up the middle we go, and it is a gain of 2. And, a late bump in behind here, but behind the official. That was just out of the shot of the camera, but it looked like Alberta offensive lineman Bennett Salmon out of Strathmore was tied up with someone behind the play. And with no flag, that should be it for the third quarter. So BC adding to their lead at the halftime set with more points here in this third quarter, and they will take with them a 13-point lead with Alberta on the ball. And now into a second down scenario. Two teams will trade sides. All right, folks, if you join us here for the 4 o'clock game on Thursday, whoever does not prevail here will face Manitoba. Now the winner will face Saskatchewan in that championship game coming up Thursday night, 7 o'clock Pacific time. You can catch the web stream once again. We'll be back for that action here from Hillside Stadium. You get a shot here of the city's landscape here at Thompson Rivers University at Hillside Stadium, the training camp facility of the BC Lions.
And a great backdrop to any stadium.
It is fantastic. All right, Alberta, big play here. 2nd and 8. Give up the middle. Some room here. Is it enough for first down yardage? It is. Zach Pipe again. Zach Pipe has come in here. He didn't get a carry in that first half, but he's getting the mail here in the second half, and he moves the chains.
A unique run. He had just kept his eyes and ran really low. That's exactly what you ask him to do in practice, and he followed his blocking. Excellent job. Even BC looks like they're applauding that run.
All right, so that is a big first down, and Alberta will keep it moving here as they get inside BC territory. Call it the 48-yard line. Again, the give. Who else? Pipe. A little bit of room here. He is not touched until he's 2-3 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. Fumble here. BC indicating they have it, but no signal from the official here. Was he down, or did that ball pop loose? Pipe kind of reacting like he might have just coughed it up a little bit here, showing some body language. But as they pile it up, the officials are going to talk about it here. Look at this. BC football.
That surprises me. I couldn't see that. We'll look at it here on slow-mo again, but
looked like it was Brandon Wong coming up with that football here out of that pile. And we're going to get a great look here from our crew here. You can see Pipe fighting forward. Was his momentum stopped? Oh, boy. Knee might have went down, but that ball came loose. And no challenge flags here, boys, so we're going to play on. It's going to be BC football.
Oh, boy, yeah, that surprised me.
All right, BC with the ball with the 13-point lead here. And it is quarterback Jovan Sanga here. It's going to be screened out to Ellie. Ellie makes the play. Can he get a block? He does. Trying to kick it outside. Still on his feet, fighting forward. Tackled within the boundary after a gain of about 7 yards.
There was a very, very excellent comeback block to spring him for another 5 yards here to get. He only got. Looks like he only got 5. But
Whittingham was in there trying to help out his fellow offensive teammate there, but Ellie, nicely designed play.
Yes.
Easy to sniff out up top, when we can see it develop, but on the field, I mean, that's a bit disguised. And it will be 2nd and 5 here for the BC offense here. With the ball, with the lead, clock on their side. Home province here. Now it sends left side, kicks the carry, kicks it outside. He's going to cross the midfield stripe. Move the chains, boys. BC on the move here again. It's going to be a first down.
That was not well, I don't want to say well designed, but I mean, it surely did its job. It was a great the blocking there is superb. Everybody picks up a block, and you got to be outmanned somewhere at the defensive spot, and it wasn't done. 10-yard gain or close to it.
So now inside of Alberta territory, ball spotted at the 54. And first down BC, they could start to take a little bit more time here in the huddle, and that's what they are doing here now with the clock on their side. No play clock here, so you kind of have to, as a quarterback, you kind of have to know where you're at here. You're probably getting some indication from the official exactly how much time you have to snap the ball. And did they not get it off? Let's see here.
No, there's someone that wanted to flag out.
I thought BC took a little bit of extra time in the huddle.
Yeah, it was a little bit longer.
But yeah, it is a time count violation. But again, so tough to pick up in those time counts. There is no play clock unless you're the official in the quarterback's ear counting down 10, 9, 8. It's really tough to throw a time count in that scenario.
Yes, it can be part of the game that you don't expect for sure.
All right, so BC will do it again. That does stop the clock after a time count here on offense. So it is 1st and 15 here. A little bit more room to operate for a first down. Now, handoff, Sens on the sweep, running left. Now back in the middle, fighting forward. He will get back to the original line of scrimmage, and it will be 2nd and 10, and the clock will move right along here.
I didn't catch which number it was, but he had pointed to it before the play started, and that would have been, 91 or 42. Said, it's coming this way, and they still gained about, it would be 5 yards, 6 yards.
Yeah, give him 6.
Yeah.
And it will be 2nd and about 9 on the Alberta side of center field. BC here, clock running now under 9 minutes with the lead. Quarterback Sanka in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right. He'll screen it out, and a nice little move by Ellie fighting forward, and he is tackled back to the line of scrimmage. Ellie was almost met in the backfield for a big loss, but was able to spin away. Reggie Ellie, you could see it screened out here. Had to reach forward for that pass. He dangled around the first defender, being, let's see, I think that was Osas Odemwing out of Calgary. And it will be 3rd down and likely a punting scenario here in this 4th quarter. 3rd down and about 7 yards to go. And it will be a punt formation here.
They're mighty deep, mighty deep. That's all I keep saying. But
and the clock continues to run here. Snapped and punted away. Good kick to the right side. Fielded on the fly this time there. Brian.
He did it.
Brian
Here
really
it is.
likes that. And now trying to cut and find some room on that right side is Josh Dodds. He's going to be taken out of bounds, tackled there in front of the Alberta bench. So, all right.
Great
God's
return.
catches it on the fly, like you've been talking
Great
about
return.
here.
Yes, you got it. That's what they got to do. They've been losing 15 yards on a lot of those plays, and now they got some spark. And I think we'll see a series here.
Oh,
in my own opinion.
Special teams tackle. Brandon Wong in on that one, usually a defensive back, but able to wrap up and get his man out of bounds. And now get set here for offense. Alberta, they need to move the ball. They need some points on the board here. Down by 13. Quarterback Lebrecq. He'll screen it out. It is caught. Trying to find some room on the outside. And a nice catch, nice tackle. That was Michael Eaglebear on the reception. He's wrapped up, and they will give him about 9 or so, and it'll be 2nd and short.
Eaglebear did a great job after catching the ball. He just darted as fast as he could to get closer to that first down, and he carried it for another, 3 yards, so they're just 2 yards earned, yard maybe short of the first down.
Rowan Reed, who didn't have to travel too far, made that tackle. Vernon Panther, so just down the road from us here. Rowan Reed with a nice tackle to stop the first down. 2nd and 2, and it is Lebrecq here from the shotgun. He will hand off up the middle, fighting forward, Otis Wade had everybody tricked out as Lebrecq on the keeper, and he's going to dance out of bounds on the 52-yard line. And boy, that was a great fake, because
was tremendous.
I think everybody was watching the middle of the field here, except our cameraman did a great job of the replay here. He knew who had the ball there, and that was Lebrecq, Cade Lebrecq, dancing his way for a first down.
Yes, excellent execution on that play, and yeah, they got to be happy with that. They got something going now.
That clock is beginning to be a bit of a factor for Alberta here as it ticks under 6.5 minutes here to go. Have to move the ball here, football. Doesn't go out of bounds, doesn't stop the clock until it's inside 5 minutes. And a pass over the middle is caught, and it's going to take off. Looking for activity here. It's going to be Carter Kitile. Kitile's got a touchdown here. And boy, the Alberta folks are fired up here with a key touchdown. And Carter Kitile has been punting the ball effectively today, but boy, he showed some speed on that catch and run play. Over 55 yards, call it a 57-yard pass and run, and a big touchdown to get within 7.
One of the most exciting games we've seen on this field, I think, even from the Broncos side, from high school, from minor football. It is just coming to great
convert to make it a 6-point game, and it is punched through. All right, folks, we got to finish. We got to finish now with 6:19 to go here in this fourth quarter. And Windsor on the convert here after a nice little play out and kicked it outside. Carter Kitile at a Grand Prairie. And he showed that football.
A little showboating, yeah.
We've seen that flag before at different levels. And spun the football and dance. And it is a 6-point game. BC's going to get the ball back here. BC, you know, if you're them, you played a pretty good football game. That play got away in you a little bit here. You're going to get the ball back. And you got to find a way here to, you know, stop those penalties here. You've seen some, you know, the time counts and things like that really, you know, put them back here on offense.
That has been, as we've been mentioning, yes, a big part of the game and not needed most of the time.
All right, kickoff, and it's going to be relatively deep, fielded at the 20-yard line. Trying to set something up here to the near side of the field. Looking for a block, going to be wrapped up, fighting forward, still on his feet, and he must just protect the football in that case, and that's what he will do. Whittingham on that return, and average field position, 29-yard line or so is where BC will take over, 1st and 10.
Yeah, everything is just setting into place, and just for a tremendous finish, as you say, with 6 minutes to go. Yes, it's...
Well, let's see what BC has left here. Was comfortable when it was a 2-score game, but now that it's a 1-score game, and it is no doubt a game here once again.
Oh, definitely, yep.
Quarterback Jovan Sanga has taken every snap offensively for this team here. He's in the shotgun here now. And pressure will come. Throwing the ball. Does he have a receiver down the field? Just out of the reach. Incomplete pass. And wanting the flag there was Whittingham, but that's going to be a tough sell.
There is a flag, I see.
Oh, okay. Well,
Roughing
it's
the quarterback?
roughing the quarterback is the initial signal. That's going to be a 15-yarder here. And maybe get a look at that. Roughing the passer. A little bit of tit for tat. We saw one called at the end of the first half. And a lot of times here, though, a passing situation here, you hang in the pocket. Usually you'll get kind of that 1, maybe 2 Mississippi count. That's usual. And then we see, let's see if we can see it here. Sanga airs it out. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Touch late, but not much of authority on that hit. It's going to be a 15-yarder, and BC will. First down, BC. Look out, big collision. The ball is out. Who has it? BC, I think, got back onto it here, but Sanga took a big shot here.
Holy.
Biggest hit we've seen so far. Whittingham slow and getting up, and that's the biggest collision we've seen so far this day. Sanga, Leighton handling it off, and that big lineman came in on the Alberta side, and credit Mateo Gramalia here, who seems to be a favorite of the staff up here on the Alberta side from the MCLA Laser Wolves, and he lasered in there for that massive hit on the quarterback.
Good call. Good way to explain what happened. Yes.
So it's 2nd and 20 now. Sanga's going to throw. He has a receiver. Wide open.
He's got the ball. He's got the ball.
No one's going to catch him.
He's not going to catch him.
Whittingham is going to score a touchdown. And
was there taunting?
No
there?
flags there. A tit for tat a little bit, showing the football on the Alberta side. But
how the games can change.
What a turn of events.
Unreal.
And remember, it was Whittingham who jumped on that fumble back that was inside his own territory when his quarterback took that big shot. And then he's on the receiving end. And there, folks, is your offensive MVP, Whittingham. He runs away from Alberta on this one here.
Holy crow.
And, boy, he's shown great offensive talent.
See that little wave there? Little cocky.
Well, we saw the show of the football on the other touchdown there, too.
Yeah.
Goose and gander here being paged.
Yeah.
So we're going to see the convert. Bobbled snap. This could be trouble here. Getting up and running now. And that is usually a quarterback, Riker Pearson, who was having that carry. But, that was bobbled. So will that be a factor? Makes it, it's
12.
It's a 12-point game. So not a big miss, but it's still a 2-possession game, obviously.
Yeah,
a
no one wants
game.
to miss a convert after a big play. So, but anyhow.
You know what? Credit BC. Sanga takes a big shot there. What does he come back right away? He says, didn't bother me. He airs it out here, and he's able to connect with his receiver for the nicest offensive play of the game here so far.
I would suggest yes, you hit it right on the button.
You know, and you're probably thinking, if you're Alberta defense, you're thinking, okay, well, he just took a good shot. Look for a little, draw play type scenario here to get it into the running back's hands. But he's going to do it himself. Yeah. And a good play call there, considering Sanga was okay after that. Biggest hit we've seen so far on the day of both semifinals.
Yes, it's been a tremendous game here, but again, we will.
All right, so we're going to kick it off here.
Yeah, here we come to a very, very important part, of course, to both teams. We have to see a little return and in Alberta, and a little bit some hard hitting like they just received from that BC should give them. So it'll be. No doubt, a little, it's going to go right to the end. I'm sure about that. 5 minutes to go. Here we go.
Kickoff. Here it is. And it's booted, squibbed along the far sidelines. It is fielded at the 25-yard line and running right into a wall, spinning away, still on his feet. Look out now. Maybe some room here before a tackle at the 46-yard line. And a late flag gets into the mix as well. And that looked like it was going for nothing for Duncan Critch. He somehow spins away, matrixes his way out of the mix there. And late flag here. What do we got, though? Let's see.
I didn't know what they got on this one.
Face mask in there, maybe at the end of the run?
Yeah, you'd think it'd be against the defense, but you never know.
And they're calling it, I think we got a face mask in there here based on the, let's see if we can tune in here.
Oh, I think you got it there, yeah.
All right, just unnecessary roughness. And it is a 15-yarder, I believe, right? So tack on 15. See if we can get a look at it here. And you could see Critch had nowhere going. He stiff-armed his first tackler, changed hands with the football here, and then found a little bit of room before he was eventually tracked down. Did someone grab the face mask there? Oh, I don't know.
No.
Looked like that was a hand on the shoulder.
Yes, it was.
There.
Yeah, but
Real overzealous flag.
Yeah.
All right, okay, on offense here. Here comes Alberta here, knowing they need a score on this possession, you'd think. Clock running down, handoff up the middle. It's going to get about 4 yards or so. Just a quick little Lebrec handoff there to running back Zach Pipe, who's had a busy second half. Give him 5, so call it 2nd and 5.
Yep, here we go. Get excited for this last 3 minutes or 4, whatever we have right now.
All right, handoff. Again, Pipe is going to take it. No, Lebrec still has it. Lebrec rolling to his left, calling to get his receiver to run out deep. Now he's forced back to the middle of the field. Fielding pressure, throws it up, caught, and is on the field at the 30-yard line. A little bit of improvisation there, and Carter Ketile with that catch in the Grand Prairie Broncos, and we got an injured player here on this Broncos, the Alberta side. It does not look good at all. Injured player trying to get a number, but on his back right now. And I did not see what happened to the injured player here. We're going to hopefully see a look here, but boy, there's some concern for the Alberta player here as they're going to get both teams off the field. And if we can get a closer shot of that, we could at least get a number here for you. And let's see if we can see what happened here. So there's Lebrec trying to escape the pressure here. And Lebrec gets it off. Did he take a shot? Yeah, he took one there. But was he the injured player? Tough to see exactly what led to an injury here. And
didn't see nothing there.
That's not the players. That's not the player involved though. Other player involved is down just inside the 46-yard line. Both teams on a knee here right now, and didn't see what happened. If that was behind the play or what exactly took place here. And it's one of those replays. I think it's one of those replays here. They're not going to show here, so we don't really. We're not going to have a look at it, but obviously some concern here for the injured Alberta player here. And must have got a pretty good shot in there because I haven't seen him. I didn't see any movement there at first. Might have been a shot that he took up high. And I'm going to get the cart here in motion. Comes here with 4:06 to go after a big first down reception from Carter Ketile. But obviously a big collision here. There's an injured Alberta player here that we have yet to get the number either here on. If we could get a number here from somebody here, if they did see it, what happened? Number 10. Okay, so it was on the quarterback. Okay, it is Lebrec. Okay, it is Cade Lebrec here. I thought that he escaped from that contact, but obviously when he threw that ball, he took a shot after the fact, and we'll wait and see exactly. Let's hope he's okay, Brian, because, boy, he's trying to improvise there, made a great play, trying to get his receivers in motion there to get down the field, and then he dumped the pass off. Must have taken a pretty good shot there.
Yeah, I did not see that. It was a normal tackle a little bit to me, and, he didn't just get up, so... Of course, everybody's concerned at this moment, and we'll just have to. Well,
I see him, the quarterback now moving his arms a little bit here. So definitely the pressure was on, and we're trying to improvise that play, trying to scramble around in the pocket and buy some time, a little sandlot football, if you will, and.
He's getting his head. He's sitting up.
Sitting up at least, yeah. So I get to see BC showing some sportsmanship. They're huddled there on the far side of the field. They are
very
clapping.
Very,
I don't. Yep. The officials are talking about it, but I don't think I don't think there's play will go without a penalty. And let's see if they can get Cade Lebrecq out of Grand Prairie Broncos, quarterback here. And now we'll probably see St. Mackenzie come in here. We saw him earlier in this game at quarterback. He was responsible for that touchdown drive in the first possession for Alberta.
Oh, yes, it's been, the whole game has been tough, but it's been, played very fairly. I don't think you can blame anybody for this kind of thing. It's just a sad thing to see. Oh, he's coming to his feet. Oh, now he's up, but again, very slowly. But he's standing up.
So Lebrecq now trying to get his bearings about him there. You can see the shot of the huddle around Lebrecq there at the 45-yard line. The Alberta coaching staff and trainers, medical staff as well, try to make sure that Cade's okay here. And remember, another game for these guys to play.
Seems to be it's limping, I think.
Well, I know that's definitely just doesn't
groggy.
have his definitely a groggy scenario here. And make his way off here. You know what? You got to think of it here. These guys have another game to play on Thursday, so I don't think we see Cade Lebrecq in that game based on the short turnaround of the 2 days.
No, at this stage, no, it does not look like it.
So after all of that, it was an Alberta first down, and they are very much alive on this drive. They are down by 12, as you can see.
Yeah, 4:06, and again, it's if we look now just to the game itself, 12 points behind, and it's been exciting. Wow, has it ever? And it's been fairly played. Yes, very good. Don't want to take anything away from the game or from whatever anybody else did, but our hopes are with Cade for sure.
All right, so it is first down. And Lebrecq has now made his way off the field. So out comes St. Mackenzie. We have not seen St. since in the first half. And he will roll to his right, passing right away. It is up for grabs and
great
incomplete.
Catch.
No, it
fell.
popped out free there. Yeah, intended for Carter Ketile, but he couldn't quite wrangle that one in here. And it will be second down.
Confident play to start with. I was very surprised to see something like that, but it's I think it's the way to go do it, rather than we got to start all over, hand out the ball. So here we go again, second and 10.
St. Mackenzie in the shotgun. Looks like everyone lined up on his right side here for some options here. Now some motion back to the middle of the field. Mackenzie, he will hand off up the middle, and lots of room here, fighting forward. First down yardage from Duncan Critch. And Duncan Critch put his head down here. That was a well-executed play. Had some motion there, and then it was just a give up the middle to Critch.
Yeah, nice. The big holes. There was a big hole.
If you're BC, you're probably thinking a passing situation there, right? And they go right back to Critch on the run here.
Yes.
This might be the final play before the 3-minute warning. We'll wait and see on that. But it is a first down. And ball spotted here at the 15-yard line. And it is a handoff. Again, Critch, can he cut it up? Tripped up, still continuing forward here. Now he's gang tackled by some orange jerseys that had come in there and finished that play off here.
He's got to stop it.
Led there on the tackle by BC's Nick Reimer at the North Surrey Minor Football. And there's our 3-minute warning here with 2:55 to go. So Alberta, and this is 3-down territory here, obviously, on a second and about 7 yards to go.
Yeah, this time it's, of course, so close, so whatever. And again, the Alberta is behind by about 12 points, and so they're the underdogs at the moment, but here we go.
All right, so shotgun formation here for Alberta in 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Over the middle. It is intercepted. Flag flies, though. Quarterback took a late shot, I think. I think Mackenzie took a late shot here, and if that's the case, that'll negate the interception and keep Alberta in this game.
Put them right on about the 7-yard line, maybe less.
Here's your look. Ball out, 1-2. Boy, that was late for sure. It would have been an interception. And let's see here. Going to take an interception out of the hands of the BC team. Quarterback's okay, but boy, that's, you know what? Already lost one quarterback to a shot, and officials here, of course, it's not half the distance in this case here on one of those major fouls. They do take the yardage, so all the way to the 1-yard line is where it goes.
Correct. Yes, I'd left that out of my memory bank there, friend.
That's a relatively newer rule, right? Just
yes, it has
the full yardage of the penalty in a major foul like that. Yeah.
It's not in high school football. It's not, because of course we play American ball, but other than that.
And it'll be 1-yard line here once they whistle this play in here. So this touchdown could bring them within 6, pending the convert, if they can make it happen. And BC needs a goal line stand here right now.
Yeah, and I don't think it would be their what they'd want to do if they score, that they'd want to go for a 2-point convert. I don't think they need that.
Duncan Critch in the backfield here. Will it be Critch's ball? He'll spread out to the right side now. Quarterback keeper. And did he get in? No signal yet. No signal yet. We're not going to see one. It'll be 2nd and goal. Again from the 1-yard line. See the play they were trying to run here. Great look at home here, right on the goal line. And up the middle, you could see that ball didn't quite break the plane there. From
not quite.
Quarterback St. Mackenzie, so they're going to line it up here. Clock will run here, and they got to get a play here going here. Time is not their favor right here. Now they're going to get it lined up, but that clock runs right now at the middle. That should get in. Will it? Let's see. No signal. Yes, there it is. Touchdown, Alberta. Alberta gets into the quarterback keeper this time. And a touchdown signal eventually here. Second time's a charm, and all of a sudden we got a 6-point game with a convert pending.
Interesting. Wow. I can't get over it. It's high school or not quite, I guess up to grade 10s or whatever, but anyhow, it's been an exciting game for sure. And here we go with a convert. Important? Sure it is.
All right, so convert is up, and it is good. So we got a 5-point game here. So now, Coach, got time to pin him deep on a kick, or do you?
I think so. Yes, I think you go. Yeah, this again is the long minutes, and that we can that they just want to kick that ball deep, get him deep, and put him in a hole, and then use their magic coming out of it. And of course, the other way around, it's, hey guys, we're still ahead by 5 points. Can't let them get any more scoring. Let's play them tight as we can. So here we are. Alberta is Alberta is in that huddle for a long time. I don't know if they're going to decide to go for the short kick, but here they go, and they look like they're adjusting, but I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, how much time do you? You're not together every day as a football team, so how much time do you have to really work in deception and things like that, right?
Yes, you can't do it all. You can't do it all.
All right, let's see what they do here.
See,
they have plenty of time. They have plenty of time though to pin him deep on a 2-and-out here. 2:23 on the clock here. Let's see. It will be a short kick. It's sidelined. It goes out of bounds. Oh, I don't know why you feel that ball in the first place. It goes out of bounds.
Yes.
If you are BC's Ziad Sabri, you got to have some game awareness there. That ball goes out of bounds. You're going to get it at the 40-yard line, and you take yourself out of danger here. No doubt that ball's going out of bounds. And, boy, you definitely stopping.
And
and some debate over the clock up here.
Oh, yeah, just relax. We'll get it.
We need a touchdown here, guys.
And the BC side will scrimmage here. They have a first down here, but Alberta trying to force a 2-and-out. They're going to get the ball back with plenty of time here. Quarterback. And Sanga back to pass. He's throwing on first, then over the middle, and it is caught.
No, he dropped it.
He dropped it on contact. What a gutsy call, but it's going to now stop to get the second down play here. So, Ryan, we won't be chatting with the Alberta folks.
No.
Let's keep it on the broadcast here. But some problems with the clock. But, boy, it looked like it was going to be brought down on that catch by Renzel Ron Arenaza. But instead, the clock stops here, and it will be BC in a second and long scenario here.
A call that would be unbelievable to think of, but they did it. Here it goes.
It almost paid off, if not for that ground causing the interception. Now a running play, and there's lots of room here. First down yards and more, and tackle at the 49-yard line.
49 it is, yeah.
And that is going to be a first down, and that was just a big-time carry from who else? He's been everywhere here in this game, Gavin Whittingham.
There's a flag.
All right, there was a flag. That looks like where the tackle was made, though, right? So let's see. Something.
It's against.
All right, it's
Alberta,
against BC.
BC,
they're moving it backwards. So see if we can get a look at the call here.
The down will be over.
Was this something that happened late? Was this a dead ball foul? It's an illegal block.
Yeah.
So
I don't believe
it is second down here again, and they're going to march him back 10. So that's worst case scenario. It looked like Whittingham had earned the first down yardage, and instead they're going to be marched back 10, and it will be 2nd and 20 here. Well, that's a big time
and what
change of events here for sure. Turn of events, I should say.
Yes, this is something that you'd never see again in my lifetime. Oh, brother, it's just in a up and downs. And
Alberta has their timeouts as well, you'd think. Here still at this stage of the game here. Sanga in the shotgun. Let's see. He will. Hand off. One tackle, and everyone is taken care of here. And that'll force a punting scenario. Not a lot of room up the middle. I think BC was trying to do something here just to get the clock running and move, but there just wasn't any sort of room here for Ziad Sabri on that one. Sabri, you can see a lot of white jerseys in there. Coming up on the tackle, Matteo Gramalia, who's had some big sticks in this game here so far.
And now there's big decisions too. What are we going to do? Are we going to try to block that, or are we going to just try to play normal for this last 2 minutes? It's it's something that a coach. I don't think I've seen so many ups and downs in any game of my life.
So we got a 5-point game here. So BC knows what they need to do. So they'll be in Alberta knows what they need to do. They'll be in 3-down football mode here from the get-go. So that definitely is an advantage where a field goal means nothing at this stage. But we have to see a punt here first. And we all know Alberta's had some difficulty fielding these punts so far today. And we've seen some turnovers and some costly ones here. So this is a key one right now.
They're playing so deep.
Alberta fans here trying to make some noise here below us. Here we're in our bunker, but we can hear them. And it's up, and it's a decent punt. Sailing towards midfield. It'll take a great BC bounce.
They did get a big bounce.
And go out of bounds. It looks like the 54-yard line of Alberta. So for Alberta, it's 56 yards to glory. Plenty of time on the clock, minute 41. And we'll see how this shakes down here now for Alberta. Remember, no Caleb Lebrec here the rest of the way, a quarterback that took a hard hit earlier in this second half.
Yeah, it has, like you say, the ups and downs are just something incredible that I don't think I've experienced before. Here we go, anyhow.
First down, and it is St. Mackenzie, a quarterback here, trying to lead them to glory. Early movement. Everybody jumps back onside, though. They could have thrown the flag, but they don't. They keep it in the pocket for now. And Mackenzie back to pass. Time over the middle. Incomplete pass. Tried to get it into Kettle, but it was a little bit out of his reach.
Here goes the deep one. I've dusted up that sideline. I think that's the comer. But we'll see. It's You got to throw it again. There's no question about that.
All right, so clock won't move after the incompletion here. And it will be 2nd and 10, but it's 3-down territory, you'd think, right now. All right. Alberta in the shotgun here. Great, and we were hoping for a last possession game today, and we got a last possession
He doesn't
game.
have any help on that outside
Give
there.
up the middle, big yards up the middle. Battering ram forward. Duncan Critch was able to fight forward and get that first down. Running on 2nd down, and they converted here. Hey, boy, you see what Duncan Critch did there, Brian. You got a lot of time on the clock here. No plays are put away here at this stage.
Interesting, yes. Yes, so...
Clock didn't run there that time, and now it goes up, and they screen it out, and it again. It is the big man here, Critch, fighting forward all the way to the 26-yard line. 26-yard line, and the Alberta coaching staff is pretty excited beside us here after Duncan Critch. Boy, it might be his drive. We've seen now the screen pass and the running play to Critch. Fighting forward. He's a big tackle, big low to get down to the 26-yard line.
He's the battler now. You got it. The go-to guy. And exciting. Wow. If you weren't here, too bad.
All right, first down here. Alberta knocking on the door. Again, it's a give on the right side, and maybe 2 yards, maybe. Yeah. Wait and see. And again, it was Critch again, so he has been the bell cow here for the offense on this drive. Fighting forward. Might have got a couple. Give him 2. 2nd and 8 here. Alberta calls their timeout to preserve some clock here and make sure they can get the play in. 1:09 to go here, 69 seconds on the clock. And, of course, an Alberta touchdown would put them in the lead by 1, and then you'd probably look at a 2-point conversion type scenario. But with that said, BC trying to hold here in this game. 2nd and 8, all options on the table here when you're playing 3-down football.
Oh, a lot of questions going through. What do we do as coaches? Yeah, where do we put them? Here we go.
All right. Clock won't move until the ball is snapped. And it will be 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9 here. Quarterback St. Mackenzie here, again in the shotgun formation here. They bunch up. He'll go back to pass here. Mackenzie to throw. It is incomplete. And looked again like an interception, but the DBs just have not been able to squeeze those passes today. And that was Keyshawn Bestwick. I think he's got a couple of drops on that side of the ball today. Keyshawn Bestwick, a chance to salt it away. But it's going to be, it's 3rd down now with 1:02 to go. And the game would not be over by any means if Alberta cannot convert here, but it would be a whole lot difficult if they can't. Key play here on 3rd and 8. BC trying to hold. Alberta trying to move those chains here. All right. Quarterback, we're going to see a timeout. I think it's going to be timeout BC, and it will be here. So perhaps something they didn't like on a coaching staff, they didn't like with that alignment. They elect to take a further look here, and maybe they get a little peek of what BC was trying to do on that 3rd down play as well here, Alberta was trying to do here to maybe get a little sneak preview.
Yeah, they might have seen something. I'll give these guys both coaching staffs and also the players it's just been an amazing game to be at and to be part of. I can't think of anything I'd rather be in this whole country.
Well, you came
right
in
now.
all the way from the Shuswap here for this one tonight, just about an hour's drive or so for those folks, an hour to the north of us.
Yeah, it has been something else. It's it was a whole day of football.
We got some fired up football fans here for this one right now. And they are ready for this 3rd down play. So are we. 3rd and 8, we'll call it. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line here. They've gone halfway to their goal here on this drive. 3rd down play. Quarterback, McKenzie, shotgun. He will fake the handoff, roll out, has some options. Flag flies. It is caught and trying to fight forward. First down and more, out of bounds.
There's a flag, yeah.
But there was the flag here, and
I think he's calling interference, yeah.
Yeah,
I did
it is
see
a
that.
hold. A hold. The initial call was a hold, Alberta here. So a play that negates the first down, but I think once that flag flew in that scenario, people that saw that flag knew exactly what it was going to be, and it's going to come back 10 yards, and we're looking at 3rd and 18 now for Alberta, and this will be a hard nut to crack offensively here, 3rd and 18 on a holding call.
Yep, you take a big breath, either coach, all the coaches in the stands, the fans are all in that same sort of boat. What will our team do? What do we do here? And
BC's in a good spot here to maybe put this game away right now. It is 3rd and 18. A chance to advance to the final on Thursday for the Western Challenge U16 here in Kamloops, BC, Hillside Stadium. 3rd down, game on the line here. Shotgun formation for St. McKenzie, trying to get that play in. He'll look to his right, he'll throw it up over the middle, has a man, it is caught and tackled at the 3-yard line. And can you believe that?
No, I cannot believe it.
They are in business here with 46 seconds to go. Clock will run here, but you can bet if you're Alberta, you know you have big 35 Duncan Critch, and I don't know if he would be the only guy in this scenario to get the ball here. Great catch, great reception. Nathan Davidson, a massive catch representing the Sherwood Park Rams. Quarterback now, the give, up the middle, great tackle. Back at the 3-yard line. Everybody knew it was going to Critch, and that included the defensive lineman trying to get a number on that play real quick. But wow, what a stop there. Clock didn't run, but right up the middle. What a tackle. And that was a great job there by BC's Juan VA with the tackle. Clock running here now. Game on the line. What a finish in store here. Lots of time here for Alberta to work with. Clock not a factor really here on 2nd and goal. Shotgun formation here. And offside is going to be procedure. Procedure call against Alberta is going to move him back 5, and you could see disappointment on Carter Kettle's face. He didn't really sell it very well either. Here he went across the line way early, tried to come back, but he knew it right away. And that is a big penalty. That'll move him back now to the 8-yard line. Can't say enough about that stop moments ago from Juan VA on 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Wow.
All I can do is nod my head and say, you got it. I'm saying the same things. This is one of the most incredible games I've been involved with, and it's I'm in the stands.
So
right along with Johnny Keane.
Yeah, here we are. And here we are at Hillside Stadium under the bright lights. And the clock will not run here now. 18 seconds, so plenty of time for your plays here if you're the Alberta offense. No need to rush anything right now. But this is where you got to have a little bit of game composure here. Maybe that was lost on that last play a little bit here with the procedure call. They'll move it to the other midfield, I guess, middle of the field here. From the 8-yard line, 2nd down. What a game, folks. We're in for a finish. Quarterback in the shotgun, St. McKenzie here. He's got 4 receivers to his left here. Get some extra help in the blocking. He's going to look to pass over the middle on one hand. Who has it? Where is it? It is incomplete. Boy, that ball was juggled and batted around here, and it falls incomplete. You're really asking for trouble when you throw toward the goalpost here, and he was over the middle here. Let's get a better look. Ball might have been deflected. One hand on it, another hand on it. Referee right there, official I should say, right in the way, and everybody was down there. And boy, we got another 3rd down game on the line scenario right now. Game will be won and lost on this play right now, folks.
Yep.
Here we go. 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. We've already seen a passing play on 2nd down. Quarterback getting the play here. Getting it signaled in, St. McKenzie. Calgary Stampeders quarterback here on 3rd down.
Now the officials are taking a break and talking about possible scenarios.
Well, I mean, I think the official, I think the coach of Alberta, Mike Wilson, not happy about something perhaps. Anytime you throw toward the middle of the field by the goalpost, though, it's almost like an extra defender in there, right? It's like the 13th man on defense at crossbar and goalpost. And well, we got the referees coming back here to have a quick chat, get things sorted out here. Not sure what the debate is about.
Mike, I still like spacing, man. I'm trying to force 7. We hit the yellow, open by 10 yards.
All right, so here we go. Receivers line up. There's 4 to the right side here for quarterback McKenzie. And now we're going to get a timeout. All right. So a little bit of show me, if you will, on that last offensive formation.
Yeah.
And, folks, you can see it. We don't got to tell you the score or how much time is left. We can tell you it's 3rd down, and it's 3rd down and goal with a chance in Thursday's final in the 7 o'clock Pacific game against Saskatchewan here on the line.
How important is it to all these kids? Everything. And won't last forever, but just an incredible game, an incredible, I think we have to say that for the start here. Hey, thanks for putting on a great show for us today.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, we saw a little bit of a lopsided game, and it was just showing that big tackle on 1st and goal made earlier in the sequence by Juan Villa out of the North Langley Bears. Juan Villa, boy, for a good nose tackle size already at 15. Oh boy, oh boy, that's looking good there.
That's dangerous.
And then we had a little bit of a brain cramp there on the 2nd down play, 2nd and goal, as we had Carter Kettle step offside. All right, here we go. Back onto the field. Live action here now. 3rd and goal.
Okay, the game is on the line right here.
This is the play. This is what we're here for. Approaching 10 o'clock at night. That's why we came right here from the 8-yard line. Quarterback St. McKenzie. What's the play going to be? You got 4 receivers to the right. You got one-on-one on the boundary side of the field. Back to pass. Over the middle. It is dropped. Incomplete. No flags on the play.
There's no flags.
BC's going to hold on to the win here. No flags on the play, and BC celebrating. There might be a flag here if BC doesn't get off the field. They're celebrating here. And I think there's probably reason enough to throw the flag there because there's still 9 seconds on the clock here. Let's get a good look at this replay here, Brian, just how close this was to being caught here. Over the middle, receiver gets a hand on it, but a good defensive play. Great defensive play there. And we should give props there to BC's Joshua Caverly. Caverly comes up out of Chilliwack, and he makes a massive play. I thought that was just great coverage. He gets his hand in the mix here, and that is just fantastic. Fantastic.
All I can say is exactly the right. He came in and he could have gone with his back, with his other hand forward. Sometimes people like to teach that, coaches. But he went backhand and got in front of him with a tremendous knockdown.
Great game, folks. That was a great game. Quarterback's going to take a knee here twice, and that'll be the ball gamer. But if you wrote off Alberta, boy, it was a little bit too early because they came back and they had a 1st and goal from the 3. They couldn't punch it in. And they'll be playing Manitoba, and that'll be for the 3rd place game here. Quarterback will take a knee one more time. Hard-hitting affair here. And BC holds on for the 26-21 victory over Alberta. And we're going to stick around here for the game MVPs. But, hey, we said going into this one, Brian, give us a last possession, game on the line type environment here, right? Didn't we?
Oh, brother, and has it been that way or what? I just can't say enough. So I'm glad to hang on to your coattails here. I'll tell you, without being coaching in the game, one of the most important things I've seen. So,
well, how much does it mean to BC? Look at them celebrate
here. I know,
here.
they're so proud.
They're pretty excited about this whole victory here. They got the flag out here. Of course, this is only halfway to the Western Challenge Cup, of course, right? You haven't quite won anything yet. Maybe you got some bragging rights over your provincial territory.
Yeah, you forget that.
But for now, let's see if we can stick around here and get these players of the games.
Oh, sure. Yes,
on both sides of the field here.
Yeah. Both teams deserve a heck of a job there. They both
waving the flag. That, I think, is your offensive star as far as we're concerned, Gavin Whittingham, who had a couple of big touchdowns today.
Yes.
And
one of the linebackers, it doesn't matter. You make, you got the decisions there. Holy crow. You got some big decisions to make yet. And I don't know who it's going to, at the end of the day, for the advantage. Is it going to be for BC? Because we won that. I shouldn't say we. Well, I'm part of this province. But did the other ones not? What I'm trying to say is, both teams deserve a great credit for the show they put on, and I guess I better just leave it at that. So.
Yeah, it was great football game here, and that's what we asked for. So we'll see Thursday matchups all set here. So we wait the two teams to line up at the 45-yard line. The third place game, 4 o'clock Pacific time. You're looking at Manitoba against Alberta. And then for the championship game, 7 o'clock Pacific time, you have BC up against Saskatchewan. And that'll be a great game. We saw Saskatchewan and their offensive weapons earlier today and kind of what they could throw, putting up 38 points in that victory.
Yeah, no, it was exciting, of course, and right to the end of this one, and you can't, you have to give all those guys credit for coming out and showing what they can do, and both teams parents should be hugging their kids either way, so.
Well, they're actually shaking hands here, as you could see
yes,
below
look at
here.
Them.
So, that's just one of those probably mutual respects for a pretty good football game they had against each other here today.
It's good to see. You got it. That's great for youth, and whatever else you can say about the game itself and sport, even just sport. It's
for sure.
Good examples. So.
Let's stick with it here. We're going to catch the players of the game before we can sign off and get you set up for Thursday.
Yep, no problem.
Adele, Shadowman, Avis, Budget, and Privet.
All right, so they're just getting the two teams lined up here, and we're going to get our offensive and defensive game stars. U16 Challenge, great way to close out the first game as BC staff acknowledges the crowd here in this one. The crowd, I would say, very evenly split. We talk about, home province, of course, host BC, but Alberta traveled well for this event here and likely will travel well for the game on Thursday.
And congratulating both Team Alberta and BC on this outstanding performance, and what a great game. If we could now draw your attention to midfield, we will commence with the presentations of the most valuable offensive and most valuable defensive player awards to both teams as chosen by the Under-16 Western Challenge Selection Committee. Presenting today's award is President of BC Football Association, Frank Naso. Team Alberta, the defensive player of the game, number 50, Mateo Gramalia.
Mateo Gramalia, he was the one that lured the big lick on quarterback Senga, and seemed to be in a lot of the big defensive stops on the Alberta side here today. Good choice on the Alberta side.
Oh, sure, you got it. That's you have a better memory of going back.
The
I'll tell you that I do. So I'm
for
just
Team Alberta, number 35, Duncan Critch.
Oh, Duncan Critch had a chance to put Alberta in the lead with that 1st and goal from the 3, if not for a great defensive play from Juan Villa to keep him out of the end zone. And smiling, you could tell he was a workhorse here today.
For Team British Columbia, number 10, Massimo Ryan.
Massimo Ryan had some good sticks in there on the BC side to take that award. Massimo Ryan, who represents Notre Dame, based out of Burnaby, a linebacker there.
Tough tradition at that school. Very, very
tough. And the
tough.
offensive player of the game for Team British Columbia, number 6, Gavin Whittingham.
Yeah, Gavin Whittingham, who we thought would be the big receiver here tonight, and a couple of touchdowns for Gavin Whittingham. He'll take the BC honors. So, With that said, folks, wow, we got a great Thursday lined up for you here, so join us if you can. Brian, you'll be back, I'll be back, and we're going to see who can capture the Western
Thanks, everyone,
Challenge
for
Cup.
coming.
Great. Thank you, John, for letting me be part of you.
All right, Brian Olthius, folks, I'm John Keane. We'll be back here on Thursday for the Western Challenge U16s.